All right. So, excuse me. We are starting this transmission, this conversation of spirit. Yes, Hamachiwa. I am so grateful to be with you, Holy Ones, full of so much positive vibes. We're going to bring this light, shine this light tonight. Yeah. So we're just commencing this realization, and some of you are part of this spirituality. And for beginners and experts, realize this presentation, this flow, this consciousness is glorious. And spirituality, we all start somewhere, beginners. I love you. Thank you for being here on this quest, this path. It is something that you are choosing with your own free will, yes? No one is making you, controlling you to, hey, what's spirituality? You're not going to be punished. You're not wrong. You're not sinful. Hello? It's okay to find out what is that kuchiwa. It is a journey, spiritual journey. You are on. Some of you awakening, because we also call it spiritual awakening, because you weren't before. Maybe some of you aren't now, but you want to become awakened, realize God. Who's that? What's that? Realize spirit. Okay, so we're not talking about the mundane world. We're just so used to the ordinary world. What's that? Why do we have something called ordinary and extraordinary? Okay, because people, the spirit, the human spirit, the spirit having a human experience, it's wondering, what is it? What am I? You want to know what you are. And that's okay. That's perfectly healthy. That's good to start thinking outside of normal reality. Start thinking about the extraordinary, or supernatural reality. And the truth of the matter is, there is nothing supernatural. This is natural. But from this level, a fallen level, a low level, it's extraordinary. It is supernatural to us down here. Just so you know, though, you are this future part of yourself. Let me push show. Sorry, no moderator yet. Oh, I got Jess. All right. Oh, I keep thinking moderator because you're Blue Star. Thank you for being a member, Jess. Awesome to see you. Vizia Josie 15. Much respect. Much love. Family, familia, Jim Hardy. Hello, brother. Excuse me. All has arrived. That's right. Everyone meant to receive this memo is here. I welcome you. We're not alone. You're not alone. The guardians are here. Spirit is here. And it's perfectly fine to find your path, to find some spiritual understanding. And if you watch the end of this till the end of this video, you will learn, truly learn, some positive way. And just because it's called spirituality doesn't mean you have to deal with spirits. But hey, we can talk about them for you theoretically, and you can imagine them there, or possibly there. At least consider them fairly, instead of just dismissing this normal thing. Because people are looking, seeking spirit, something you know. Hey, I know there's something divine out there. Okay? And that's a natural thing. Not a bad thing. To seek this energy, this consciousness, greater we think in the moment you think it's greater than you. Our message, the inner Christos message, that's what we're talking about. Speaking. What are you speaking, holy ones? And I'll explain why I call you holy. Just realize that you are. Machiwa. Thank you for coming here. Some of you, even maybe you don't realize it, because you will eventually know. Not a belief, not a faith. You will know there's spiritual worlds. That spirits are real. What is all that? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. So thank you for being here, spiritual vatos, spiritual inquirers. You're seeking. You want to know truth. You want to know knowledge, yes? It's because you want to, subconsciously you even realize that you're part of something greater. You hope that you're part of something greater. You know that you're part of something greater. And you are. This is just another confirmation. Spirit has brought you many confirmations. You could say signs, symbols, dreams. There is conversations there. There is memos, emails, messages to you from Spirit. Okay? It will usually always start in your dreams, but not always. And evolve from there. You start as a novice in understanding Spirit, and eventually you become knowledgeable. You become more aware. You will perceive these worlds. So it isn't a faith. And you don't need faith to know God, Holy One. There is no religion in God, Holy One. Hey, we're not anti-religion. We are law of one. All are God. But those in religion do not follow this. They don't say this. They don't believe this. They have an opposite creed. And we're not here to knock religion. We're offering you, this is called spirituality for beginners. Spirituality, not religion. Realize, once again, we're not against religion. We are teaching the guardians, hello, Machiwa, spirit. Guardians are light, okay, representing love, representing the law of one, that all are God. You see divine in all because you realize, after it's explained to you, after you realize it, feel it, okay, you will know it, that all are God. All, including yourself. And even though we don't act, you would say, like God, but you don't realize the multidimensional reality of spirituality for beginners. We are learning beyond this ordinary world. We're describing your extraordinary worlds, your supernatural worlds. And hey, you can go voyage there in other worlds, and don't be immature, Holy One. We're not saying just getting high and tripping out on drugs. No. Realize you can take medicine to boost you would call. That's what these properties do. The properties of this weed, this herb, is, hello, it boosts your psychic perception. That's code. That's design. It was created to do this. It is not wrong. It is not sinful. It is not weird. It is not strange. Those who seeking spirituality for beginners. Those, you actually typed it. Those of you who are seeking some freaking information because something is bothering you until you want to know, is there God? Are there angels? Am I a human or more? Am I damned? Am I going to hell? Is there a hell? Is there a heaven? Okay, these are natural questions of your consciousness. Your spirit wants to know. So you go on this path, a spiritual path. We call it a spiritual journey. It goes into a spiritual topics, and you become what? Awakened, enlightened. You're learning about the supernatural worlds, the spiritual worlds. You're learning about spirituality for beginners, because soon you won't be just a beginner. Or a novice. you will start to realize things. You will experience things that trip you out, supernatural things, psychic things. These things are real. You might scoff at them now. You may even troll us now, say bad things about it now, especially people in religion. Now, we're not against religion. Remember, we're law of one. We believe all are God. But these religions teach the opposite. No, there's only a certain God that's angry. And we're not teaching anger in God. There is no kachiwa. That is not God's original intention. And we are for God's original intention. Not a distorted one. Okay? Not a twisted one that harms you. Because it goes against life. Live backwards is evil. Life, backwards life, against life, draining life. That's what they do. They're vampires. They must drain. Now we're talking about spiritual worlds. Hello, there's a war in there. In the spiritual worlds, not from the Bible, religion point of view, we are nothing against that. But from the spirit consciousness point of view, the spirituality, versus religion, there's a difference. Okay? And so you are becoming aware, called spiritual awakening. Okay? And in this process, in the spiritual path, spiritual journey, you have discernment within yourself. What kind of character are you? Are you actually trying to serve light? If you are, it means you understand law of one. It's not an earth thing per se. It's a universal thing that all highly evolved beings, the guardians teach us, all universal beings, all the races. Sorry if there's a connection problem. All the races are serving the law of one. I mean, the ones following light. I mean, as you think of a religion, no, this is a universal law. Like you would say, science, physics, math, calculation, just as significant as physical as you can imagine. So is spirit. But you realize it through energy, through consciousness. And you're using your mind, you're using your imagination, your visualization, and you start to develop things. You realize more. Remember, we're talking about the extraordinary worlds, the supernatural, the spiritual worlds, the mechanics of those worlds. The guardians, the innerchristos, Ashiana Dean, this information is teaching this, bringing this, returning this to earth, this knowledge, these teachings. They're called freedom teachings. They are empowering you, not disempowering you. And we talk about the things in the world that are actually dark, you think are good, and what is God, because your God is angry and wrathful, and sacrifice demands fear, demands, some type of punishment for your sin. So realize this is all a stack of negative points. If you're making notes, make some notes. This says this and this and this and this. Oh wow, those are all negative, dark things. So on a spiritual journey, you are, remember I said that word earlier, discernment. You are polarity. You are checking your polarity. Which one do you align to? Do you like darkness? Do you like dark thoughts? Do you prefer a God that is fear and guilt and this demands these things and these obedience, sacrifice, and blind worship? Realize that you're a terrible, horrible being. See, you look at this and feel. It's called discernment. Check that. All right? And now you're learning something about something. We're introducing you, maybe for the first time, this idea, this word, the law of one. This concept, a universal concept. We're learning spirituality for beginners, right? Okay, we're telling you these things. This is the Makuche, universal. Outside of Earth and Earth's religions, realize the universal We went beyond the solar system, the planet, a galaxy. We just went straight to the universal, honey. Okay? You're learning the perspective, the higher perspective. Okay? We're not going to keep on calling them supernatural, paranormal, because they're not. They're ordinary parts of reality and spiritual thoughts. You're thinking about spirit now. You're going into the realities of spirit, because God is tangible. The soul is understandable. You can connect, all right, with your mind, with your logic. You can see math in God, physics in God. It is a unified field. It is called a sacred spiritual science. Spiritual-science. It's a spiritual science. This is spirit and science in one, not polarized this side, only logic, only religion, only spirit. No, mesh them together, put them all together. The key word is all of it, not some of it. If you're into a hippie and don't want to learn math, hello. This is just a silly example. Hello, you're cutting yourself off. God isn't just this, isn't just spirit, religion. It isn't just math. It is both. So science has half the picture and spirit has half the picture. Combine both. You're meant to know both. Not be polarized. You're meant to be omnipolar. All polarities in one. Machiwa. Realizing this universal law. Understanding that you are God. Even if you're not godly, hello. Understand fragmented consciousness. You realize that, honest with yourself, that this is when you learn these structures of reality, which you're going to learn tonight, these levels of spirit, because there is levels to God, to consciousness, to energy, to you. Tonight you're going to learn that you are a multidimensional being. Not just one identity, one person. No, more. But you have to become aware. Develop yourself, Holy One. Learn some stuff. Learn some stuff about chakras, about meditation, about energy. Learn your own energy, your spiritual energy, your aura. That's what the chakras are. They're fields. We call auric fields. Imagine spheres around your body. More like egg-shaped. Well, this is you. You got to learn those parts. You're going to learn these parts. You're realizing this. This is spiritual awakening. Welcome, beginners. Welcome to Spirituality for Beginners. I love you. Thank you for being here. What's up? Woohoo! Yeah. Feeling good. Hope you are. If you're having a bad day, if you haven't feeling bad energies, blessings. Blessings, holy ones. Machiwa. Positive vibes. Have yourself. Strive for a natural smile. Who cares about your teeth? We're not talking about appearance. We're talking about your happiness, your joy in a moment. Be a natural smile. Doesn't matter. Let it flow. A real smile. Machiwa. Because you can see when someone's giving you a fake smile. A fake God. A fake Christ. And we speak about Christ as a consciousness, and we believe in Jesus, baby Jesus, but a different history, a different actual, there's some confusion in there. Attempt, dismiss. Some of you realize, Wakaya, thank you for being here. What's up? We just getting started, honey, so you have incentive to hang around for a little while. I need a drink of water. Nathan Hall, what's up, Vato? Divine Blueprint, let us commence. Tanya Elizabeth, much love, much respect. All right. Much love, Alvicio. Emtanan, Holy One, Machiwa. I'm so excited. Machiwa Jen. Remember, Quentin, what's up? Yeah. Give me 5, Indigo. Spooky Serpent on fire. What's up? Rainbows and diamonds and hearts and flames. Yeah. I love it. Alichka, hey. Hello, Holy Ones. Yeah. That's right. Machiwa, you said it, sister. Getting lit. That's an inside. That's a crystal side thing. What's up? Who's getting lit? Jason in the house. I feel good. Do 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 do. You know what's up, Nathan? Yeah, Jason 144 in the house. Your soul projects. No, that's actually 12 souls. Each soul, 12, are projecting itself. Whoa, what? Machiwa, you are mighty, vatos. You are awesome. You are badasses. Retrograde. Nixo. Woohoo. Ramos solder, dark and light together equals combination of the parts. Much greater the sum of the individual. It's such a trip, you guys, because when you start doing this, you learn beyond spirituality for beginners. You go into meditation. You go check out consciousness. You explore it. You boost it. Sometimes you don't have to be handicapped. You don't have to rely on it. But realize you develop your natural psychic abilities, and you won't even need to. You'll be so sensitive and able to connect. You're here now. Yes. And we are Puchuka, representing this code as it flows. You receive, Holy One, Bakur. Much respect to you. We're coming from the stars, Holy Ones. Starseeds, indigo children. Because if you're hearing this knowledge, even if it is for beginners, realize there's spirits. There's races of beings. Not only just concepts of angel, many types of beings. It's family. You come, you understand like reincarnation, right? Well, we take that concept a little bit farther. Yes, you have many other lives, past lives, future lives, but in reality, it's all happening in the now. These are different frequency bandwidth, sub-frequency bandwidths, segments of time. Like a movie, you know how it's made of clips, frames, strips? Reality is like this. It's not going like this. It's like illusion. As soon as you become consciousness down here, realize now you're in the illusion of the hologram, of the matrix. And this is part of spirituality. You learn about the reality that you're in. And then you realize these are parts of consciousness, all of it, and that's parts of the mind, the energy, the consciousness of God. And you realize your identity is inside there, you're part of that, which is God. And then you start going back to this, oh yeah, law of one, all are God. I'm part of that, everyone's part of that, everything is within God. You're not outside of the parts of God. Everything's within the creator of all things, which is a consciousness, a unified consciousness. This being, God, is a unified being. It means it includes all. This concept of God is that God is all, not separate, not pieces of other stuff that came out of the creator. There's only one creator, and that's only one being, and it just fragmented itself. We learn about how God has downstepped itself to explore itself. God is doing its thing, honey. God is creating worlds and going like a fragmented bandwidth of itself. It downstepped a portion, And that portion is lesser now of the original. It's all levels of God and us. It's all fragments of God, pieces of God. You are part of the unified unity of God. And we call it consciousness, so it's a unity consciousness, a unified consciousness where all the animals and plants and subatomic particles consciousness, you and other alien races and multidimensional spirits, we call spirits, whatever, aliens, spirits, angels, demons, hello, it's all God. How can you be outside the unified field? That doesn't make any sense. Realize everything is a creation, you are a creation. Spirituality for beginners, you're learning about the spiritual world, the spiritual levels, the spiritual consciousness, the aspects, the energies, the identities. This is not like impossible to learn. You can teach this to your child, and you can tell your child, honey, did you know that God is everything? You're not talking preaching a religion, a doom and some type of negative, you would say, explanation. No, this child naturally, before you twist it, before this world twists this indigo child, or before you get warped from your childhood, well, before you've been sucked out of your life force, you're fresh from source. You're born into this world. You're super in tuned. Your mind is mostly somewhere else until you bring it. You're bringing your world level perception right here. When you're actually way out here and going on a spiritual knowledge, you develop your understanding how to go beyond 3D world, man. Man, I would be sad to lose those connections and you're just cut off from it. Huh? What's psychic power? What's a spirit? And that's okay. Just realize that most humans don't even go there. So congrats on making it to some spiritual awakening, spiritual understanding that there's something out there. There has to be a God of some type. Something created all this. Something is. And as a spirit being, once again, you're trying to remember yourself. So go on your journey. Start learning about stuff like meditation, and maybe change stuff. Negative stuff we call shadow. You want to take care of shadow stuff. Arguments, relationships, ideas, your beliefs that are negative and dark. Clean the shadow. Shadow work. You're doing shadow work. You spend time cleansing yourself, purifying yourself, your thoughts. It's not about guilt and sin. That's religion. This is spirituality. This is about consciousness and your energy. So when you start doing dark stuff, if you have dark thoughts, it's about your thoughts and your vibe, your energy. You go to dark shit, okay, now you're a different energy. You want to go to enlightenment, learning about God and going closer to it. Well, you're manifesting something else. Depends on what you're thinking on. So check yourself on a spiritual journey. You do this stuff. You do this cleansing and changing. You start with cleansing bad thoughts, profane words. Why? This is energy. You speak energy. An argument is dark, or you say low energy. You change your energy. You're changing your experience. So you want to be angry? Okay, that's a low vibration that is putting you in darker and darker. That means farther and farther from the original spirit consciousness of God. You would say a fragment of a fragment. like in you take a copy machine and make a beautiful picture, the original, and then you make a copy of it, it's distorted. That's God downstepping. When it downsteps, it's a distortion of the first one. You keep on making copies and copies and well, it's broken down, God broken down, God fragmented. It's like you go put light through a prism, it splits out. God splits out itself. It fragments itself. This is the hologram. This is how the unified field works. And get that word unified. Everything is connected. We're all connected. It's all because it's all one being. And the word is called at-one-ment. This word at-one-ment is also used as the word atonement. No, honey. See, the dark energy, the dark beings duping humans in religions, because this dark, you're doing dark things, calling it good. We're shining light. We shine law of one, that all are God. We're shining this energy. We're actually sending this code, this energy out. You feel this energy coming out. So what are you speaking? Here at Christos Avatar, we speak this law of one. And we'll get haters, we'll get trolls, we call you out, we point you out. Yeah, I do reply to many of these posts. You have something negative to say, we're guardians, we guard. This isn't through violence, this is through consciousness. This is through, we are transmuting your your attack and your darkness, your separation from, you would say God, some would say God, and we say you're from the source. This is the source. This is the creation, the expanded creation, and it's got levels of itself. And the farther it goes and fragments down, these beings create beings below them, and these beings create beings below them. It's a literal fragmented biology, like lesser DNA, lesser life, lesser energy. It's mathematical, spiritual science. See, it's levels of God, because it's levels of energy, which is levels of consciousness. These are all levels that are literally bandwidths. So this bandwidth is going faster. There's a bandwidth above that going faster. But if you go this way, there are vibrations that are going slower. Slower means lower. Lower energy, lower body, DNA, lower life experience. We're in this level. That's what humans are experiencing. And plus, don't forget, we get diseases, we get sick, we get aged, and we die. And it's not normal state. As you learn in spirituality, you learn these other levels, you learn that humans are greater. We learn that we used to be immortal, and there's a whole history. You're not getting this history. You're following New Age histories or religion histories, and you think the world is only 5,000, 10,000 years old. I don't mean world, I mean all existence. You think this has only been around for this 10,000 years, huh? So we go way beyond this. Consciousness goes way beyond this, honey. You're not limited to this reality. Thank goodness, right? That it's not just only this. That it's not just always suffering and darkness in the world, in this experience. You become born here. Damn, this ain't fun. I mean, there's global suffering. Not just one people. All people are suffering. You get to experience a lesser life, a disempowered consciousness down here. Fun, huh? No, it's not. You want to leave. You want to. You don't want to be stuck. You want to go beyond. Yes, you do want to get out of this, like hell. It's not hell, but it's like some negative experience. Something like getting worse. So as a spiritual being, you align yourself to light, to what is actually God. You go on a journey of energy. Energy, like you're going to literally learn science and spirit. So learning the energy part is the science part. You learn about chakras, you learn about energies, okay? You learn about yourself. Remember, your spiritual path, spirituality for beginners is to start with these, okay, I'm now focused on this, on the extraordinary worlds, the spiritual worlds. I'm gonna spend time thinking about God, thinking about spirits. You know, you're curious. You want to know, is that even possible? Is it real? Do I have to take drugs to experience God? No, of course not. Realize that each person has their own comfort level when it comes to that stuff, but we all were brought up different, and different religions treat people differently. Like, you know, a lot of this is about patriarchy. When we talk about spiritual stuff, and you talk about religious beliefs, and many beliefs, many religions, are based off of patriarchy, which means they put women down. They're not at an equal status. And hello, spirituality, well, not this spirituality, does not teach you this. Okay, you didn't come out of some godly male and now you're lesser of it for somehow, according to this religions. No. Okay, you take distortions. Where are they coming from? These are coming from dark beings. So when you learn spirituality, you're going to learn there's a spiritual war. And it's not a Bible thing, angels and demons. Come on. You can think that way, kind of, sort of, because there is consciousness out there you call angel level, or you can call soul level. There's archangels, or you can call them oversouls. You can use different terminologies. But the word angel means a high level consciousness that's above earth. So we talk about these levels of consciousness. Spirituality for beginners is learning the outer worlds. Start to get some reference points. Get some reference points and think about it for a while and see what you resonate with and what you want to focus on, what you feel drawn to learn next, what you want to learn more about. That's the beginning of manifestation, of living life, making choices with intention. You're mindful of what you think. You start being crafty, smart, intelligent, strategic with your thoughts. You think in certain ways. Some of you memorize some brilliant ways. You develop information. That information becomes technology. Some people are living life through expanding technologies. You are evolving. Or not. Maybe you just feel comfortable in life staying in the same place. But if you're watching spiritual videos, I don't think so. Part of you wants to grow, wants to evolve. Not like evolution from an ape or from pond scum. Hello? Okay? You come from, you're actually, you're a much greater being, but now you're a fallen being. But what we're doing is try to return. We're trying to return to our glory. Literally, you're a higher race that has fallen, and we explain that process here. You're once this great race in another higher level, because you learn about these dimensions, these levels of realities, and in those realities, there's higher evolved beings. Some of them are called angels, archangels, souls or oversouls. And after the oversouls, the archangels, are called avatars. And after the avatars, their races are called, the consciousness level is called Rishi, solar Rishi, because they're suns, thermoplasmic entities that are spherical, hot plasma. And so these are massive collectives of consciousness. Think of consciousness as a plural, a multitude. You're a collective, starting from density 2. Now this is the beginning spirituality. You learn about levels of the reality, which are levels of God, which are levels of you. And you wrap your head around this idea that you are many. That you think of an angel, no, it's not the correct idea. The idea is that an angel is a multitude. That being is a many, a plural. We can't really relate down here, but when you go into a spiritual journey, you understand greater concepts of identity, of spirit, of God. You're on a special path because not everyone is ready for it. It's about your consciousness. Some of you are becoming awoke. And I deal with hashtags because that's my part of my work. And some, you find out people are putting, like spiritual TikTok, hashtag spiritual TikTok, hashtag spiritual awakening. You learn that that's people are trying to connect to spirit. They want to know more. I can tell you a little bit about my spiritual awakening, but first I want to say hello to everyone in chat. And plus, I get so thirsty. Please stay till the end, you guys, or at least close to the end. Stay on. Learn this knowledge, because humanity is going through an awakening, and you're gonna go with that or not. I say go with this flow because it's strong. So it's going to be so easy for you to do it now, not when this period is gone. Machiwa. It's about energy. Remember, Mosutas, Ramu Sauter, Nixonite, class benefactor, Betancourt. Sorry. Bless you, Holy One. Yeah. Nixonite, positive vibes. Life Monique. Yeah. All right. Malik Boss. All right. Chai Micah. Jennifer Merva. I just had a thought to run by all of you. Do you think... Wait a second. It suddenly changed my position. Ha! I lost my position, man. Brian, what's up? Divine Soul in the house. Spirit, knowledge, and love. You said it, Holy One. Knowledge is power. Love is your will. Well said, Jason. What do you see? Ramu says, what do you see in front of the mirror? Name it. Give it a body. And then you are not lit. And you mean now it? Now it, I think. All right. You guys are speaking your truth. Machiwa. Yeah, you guys think about what you're thinking. That's your thoughts. That's your spiritual will, man. But you can transmute it if you want. That's what the light's about. We don't want shadow in our consciousness. We want to take care of that. Sandra W. Who started the patriarchy, I wonder? Is that like a little... Well, actually, it has something to do with the fallen consciousness, that the negative beings, that are multidimensionals, extraterrestrials, alien beings, angelic beings, these are beings that are trying to feed off you, spiritually speaking, energy speaking. They need to feed off of us because they're fallen, because they did horrible things, and we talk about those here, about what the origins of angels and even fallen angels, which are called the Anunnaki, and some of the reptilian races. Realize they're up in our face. This is part of our drama, part of our suffering on Earth. It is in our history that you're not told the full history. The Guardians are giving us the history anyways. So this knowledge is here, and we're returning it. We're representing it. We're the Guardians. Some of you are part of this guard, part of this awakening. You're not a beginner. The truth is, you guys are masters, and you're just going to reclaim that. You're going to learn Remember yourself, your identity. You experience that knowing. I mean, I can say from my own journey that, hey, I was like just becoming aware of wanting to check things out, and we start at a beginner level and do dumb stuff or get involved with stuff that's actually bad for us, or we get into witchcraft or casting spells, or we get into shit like control and revenge and cursing and what the F? You want to say you're light? Hello. We talk about the creeds here. It's a spiritual war. What is your vibration, honey? What do you think about? Well, that's your side. That's the side in the spiritual war. Because while you would love to just be peaceful and just love and light thoughts, honey, you are being invaded as a race, a tribe. You have what's called a tribe shield. Okay, there's shields on your body. There's shields in the Earth's body. There's a shield in your tribe, your people. When you learn about the spiritual worlds, you learn the technicals. You're going to learn what spirit is made of, something called morphogenetic fields. What are those, Davian? Understand the unified field physics. Okay, we learn about particles and particles rotation, angular rotation and the degrees that it changes and the speed that it changes. And then the dark energy is literally what? Doing the opposite physics. They're literally going the opposite way of life, of living. Because they're taking it. That's why it's bringing it down, because they're eating it, they're consuming it, they're living off of darkness, off of dark thoughts, off of dark energy, dark consciousness. It's a spiritual war. It's physics. These things are attacking each other. It's not like the light is attacking. We're guarding and protecting. Because we're against violence. We're against attacking people or going against people's free will. Manipulating people, controlling people, feeding off of people. Hello! That's that side. That's that creed. If you have those thoughts, you're part of that. You could say matrix. That DNA matrix. When you say matrix, it's reference to your DNA and the race, the beings that you are part of. It doesn't mean you're damned if you're part Anunnaki hybrid. Excuse me. It means that you have an opportunity to change that. And actually, that's what you are doing. It's called a host matrix. But your Anunnaki side or reptilian side, they're going to use you. They're going to do things to you. They can pulse your body and get into your consciousness. You might be seeing some scary shit and dealing with dark beings. Well, hello, that's because you're getting yourself involved in this shit. In the occult, in the witchcraft, into dark beings. That's what they feed off of, man. That's what they are teaching you. You are connecting yourself into these systems, which is a system's layers of vampires. You got huge vampires feeding off of lower vampires, and those vampires are feeding off lower, and it's a system of feeding. Look at it, visualize all these beings feeding and feeding and feeding off of other life, other consciousness, off of light. They are darkness feeding off the light, feeding off of live, evil, live. Okay? They take from the living beings. They are phantom. They are shadow. They are fallen. They serve fallen concepts and ideas because their end goal is to feed off of you. So they're into dark, vampiric ways and ideas and actions. Great being, no, not good being. Hello, you want to go that way? You want to vibrate that way? You have free will. God created, consciousness created. This is part of the system. Exercise your free will, Holy One. What are you doing with it? What are you serving? See, when you learn about spirituality, you realize, hey, you're faced with a choice. Are you going to serve light? All are one, all are God? Is that your team? Hey, Team Indigo, Team Lyran, Team Starseed, hello. Or you, no, we're against that. We want you, what you got, we're taking you. We want dominion and control over you. Okay, that's your camp, that's your idea. That's your vibration, honey. We are going to transmute that. We're transmuting that through consciousness, through awakening. Hello, we're awakening. Are you awakening? Vatos. Yes? You're searching for spiritual stuff? What's up, Vato? Welcome. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Peace. Blessings. And what you call sanctuary. Protection. What's up? Learn your beacons of light. Know that you're light. Know that you're God. That you're part of this Christ. You learn what that means. This level of consciousness is you. You're bringing it. Come on. What's up? Bring it in. Bring in your soul. Bring in your oversoul. Bring in your avatar. What's up? Holy One. Peace. Reclaim. Reclaim. Yeah. Shika. Vibe in D5. I was tricked by what I thought was my spirit guide. I learned not to do divination. Yeah, Chiwa. And you guys, you want to play around with Ouija boards? You want to connect to make demon pacts, blood pacts? What? Okay, have fun with that. See what kind of it goes beyond dog eat dog, shark eat shark, demon eat demon. Then you got, like, not Archangel Michael, Archdemon Michael. You got bigger beings. You have dark avatars. You get to deal with that. Black Sun, Belial, all these elves, these dark overlords. They call themselves Lord. They demand you call them Lord. There is no hierarchy in God. Oh, you say, you speak. We see what you're speaking. What are you speaking? Do you believe all are God? Or only that is God? You decide. You have discernment, do you? I hope you do. I know you do. What's up? You know. There's haters and trolls. Dismiss. Just stand in your light. Stand in your love. Stand in God. Stand in Christ. The light. Realize light. You choose light. But you choose. Because you have free will. No one's going to save. You save yourself. You realize yourself. Be yourself. Connect to light. Connect to God. Connect to law of one. See God in all. And dismiss the vampires, the liars, the fake gods. Ones claiming to be your gods. There is no gods. God doesn't claim itself to be its God. Your God. Realize this creator gods is a lie. It's a trick to deceive, to disempower, to vampire you. If you could only see with that other vision, you would realize them in the air all around you. You'll see this happening in the grid amongst your people, and you will see that you're not all human. You will see, whoa, was that a reptile? What was that? They call Dracos? They call some other type of alien being or creature thing. It's not your imagination, Holy One. You're going to start experiencing other worlds and other beings. At first that may seem scary. But you don't hang around the scary ones. You don't align yourself. You think in good thoughts and loving thoughts, law of one thoughts, and oh, what a coincidence. You start connecting to those energies. You think about, not you, you think about dark shit. Okay, you're connecting to dark beings. So, you want to go play with the Ouija board and you think dark shit? Okay. you'll get some contact of some sort that's not in your best interest. But you go there, that idea, that slang, you go there. You're going to go there. You went there, you did this, you brought this, you manifested this. You don't want to think there's no karma, but what do you think this physics does? This is built in. You do this dark thing, guess what? Hello, you experience it. Wow. What a trip. Because there's actually physics happening where your consciousness as a race is creating these miasms, which is some type of bad experience you're going to feel later. And so you have to cooperate with each other. You have a race karma that you're part of the race, right? Well, okay. Notice now you have to work as a team, not as a hierarchy. Oh, I am greater than thou. No, you're not. And Lord wouldn't ask you to call itself Lord, okay? There's only one God, a unified God, not a distorted idea that God's a ruler and some conqueror, or it puts you in some horrible, it's like you're cast into some horrible place for eternity. Huh? You can recognize what that is, I hope. Look at what that is. And then look at what you're supposed to learn in Law of One spirituality, the innerchristos. Well, we're all God. Why are these people acting that way? Because they don't understand or follow the Law of One. To some people, no, they start preaching at you. They're going to preach to you brimstone and, fire. They're going to preach. They're going to judge you because they're God judges. Huh? God doesn't judge, honey. That's an imposter God. That's a fake God. I'm your God, and I'm a boy. I'm a male. God is a male. Hello, first of all, this is a low-level being, if it still has gender. You grow out of the body, and you won't see it, because it doesn't have a body. What? There's no genitals when there's no body. There's no gender. So, but your consciousness, your spirit, your knowledge hasn't gone there. You haven't gone there yet, honey, have you? Expand your model, your old model. Hello, that's an old paradigm. Welcome to the new age of consciousness, where you're evolving beyond into something called the fifth dimension, into the 5D consciousness. You want 5D consciousness, the fifth dimension, because that is what you need. 5 strands, not 3, but 5. You need to ascend, to get out of here. You need 5 strands. And to learn Slider's Ascension mechanics. And you will know how to get out of here. It's not about hell and damnation. Okay? There's a love side of God. That is what God is. God is not this. God is original. Realize that this darkness, it goes up to a certain level. Before there is no more darkness, it goes up to the 11th dimension. And this is what the Guardians are teaching us about the Phantom Matrix as well. That fallen consciousness, it reverses it becomes a different science. A fallen being in the Phantom universe has to be a vampire. It's in a finite system that fell from the living system. So over billions of years, billions of years, it will eventually implode, explode type of thing. So this is a finite system, which that means it will eventually run out of energy. That's why it desperately uses advanced technologies and spiritual war to gain access to the feed off of us. The phantom, the fallen, feeds off of the living. And this whole BS, sorry to hit you hard, but in religion, they distort the concept of the soul. Now you do not understand what is soul. In these teachings, the innerchristos, Law of One teachings, you can look that up, realize, by Ascension, this is the guardian material, the freedom teachings. It empowers you, not disempower. That's what we talk about, these fallen beings. We describe them. We explain the body, the structure of God, which is you. We're all part of that unified field. And once you start to understand it, man, that empowers you. This is you, man. It's your consciousness. Someone's trying to warp that idea so you don't see that. Now you see yourself, I'm a terrible, horrible, sinful, inferior human. First of all, this is not your identity. You believe there's a spirit in you, at least, even in religion, right? Because this is not you. You're the spirit, which we call consciousness. You're the consciousness. There is not a soul like you think. The soul, the guardians call this a consciousness. You are thinking of a soul and it's a certain shape and it indwells your body and something happens to it, it goes somewhere, or this is whole existence, the air, all the bodies and structure, reality is all energy. It's not physical. Even your scientists have to admit that it's all vibrating. So if it's all vibrating, solidity, your physical world, is an illusion. Well, that's what we'd say in spirituality. These are not real physical worlds. It's perceived in the third dimension physical. But we're not the physical, we're the fourth dimensional consciousness. You would call it the spirit in the dimension above you. You're inside, you are embodied into a lower third dimensional vehicle. This is a vehicle. So this gets destroyed, you think, transmutes. This body falls, you drop the body. Well, that's not your identity. You didn't get destroyed. Your consciousness is now separate from the body temporarily. You became out of your body temporarily. And now you're going to go to another place, not a heaven, that'd be nice. You go into the core of the planet Earth, and we explain this as a multidimensional reality, and the core is in D2, the D2 core of the planet. Dimension 2 is the core of Earth, Earth's core. Where is Earth's morphogenetic field, which is your morphogenetic field, your crystal body, is within there. You're within the crystal body of Earth. The morphogenetic field, the crystal body, the chelon, the chelontic body, the chelontic field. This is chelons, baby. Particle, you would say particle physics, made of physics. Particle, or even like scalar mechanics. So realizing when you start talking about the crystal body, you're talking about advanced physics, because you go beyond the particle, subatomic particle, you go beyond the quark, or whatever particle you want to think of. There's something called what you call a particle, which the earth scientists have not come close to yet. Realize there's more ultimate particles. Those ultimate particles are called particae. According to these extraterrestrial avatar beings bringing this knowledge, this is the ultimate physics, you would say, particle. This is what all other things, there's stages before you even get to the particle, in other words. There's other stages in creation, in the simulation of a reality. It's all a simulation. Hello, the Matrix. This is all a simulation, and there's layers of it. And physics in it. In it, there is time, space-time. But it's an illusion. It's Maya. And I just want to say that there was one girl in my life, her name was Maya, and I wish I was with her. That was the one girl because I was just thinking about that. Out of the different relationships in my life, sometimes you have long-term, real long relationships, a bunch of small ones, short ones. I'm kind of like that, some big long ones, but a whole bunch of small ones, and mostly in my youth. When you get older, it's less, usually. Most of that is in the past, all that experience when you're feeling yourself in a different consciousness. That's the thing about spirit, you get too involved in like young people, they get too involved in the matrix, and they don't think about spirit. They'll probably just laugh at it until they're in their 30s and 40s and stuff. Because you go beyond all this youthful stuff, and then you go into serious stuff. You think about stuff, and usually outside of what normal mainstream thinks about. They don't believe in this stuff because they're too involved into the religion point of view. Sorry. Jacob, thank you, Holy One. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting Crystal's avatar. And you made a comment. We are remembering who we are. No more guilt from religion. Love is setting us free. Love you guys. Thank you, Holy One. Such a beautiful message, and it's true. Because you just have to look at it a little bit objectively, you guys. Just look at it. Do you vibe with that message? Yay? Yay for an angry, judgmental God? Or no, that's not cool. What's up? No way. Yes way, apparently. Shining light. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Holy One, for being here and for being a moderator and for being a member. And Leo Murray, what's up? Yeah. It's good to see you, brother. Cheeky light. Then I need a never-ending and huge Gorilla Glue bottle to quiet 99% of humanity. What's up? Hughes Deluxe. I had flashbacks of creating the pyramids. Beautiful. Wow, check that out. And we learned from Voyagers 2, which is one of Ashiana's first books, not the only. She talks about the pyramids and how they're made by some humans, but they were being taught and helped by these ET humans, which were hybrid humans. And they were actually called Ceres Egyptians. So not just human Egyptian, but a race from density 2 called, it's a bird race, right? It's part of the Pleiadians. They created the Pleiadians. So they're connected to this bird race called the Ceres. So they're a Ceres ET high-level being, these Egyptians. And they were Syrian. They had these, elongated heads. And those are our Vatos. If you're indigo child, that's our Vatos. We come from Sirius Vatos. Yes, we're Lyrians. Our planet got destroyed. We had to come to Sirius A Vatos. And remember, there's a Sirius B, and that's the one we want. And not the Sirius A is the Jehovians live there. So that's our neighbors, man. And there's a lot of stuff going on in Sirius system. You know, there's different planets. We're Sirius B. And actually, Jeshua, he came through the Sirius planet in Stargate 6, SG6, which is the Council of Azraline. Now, if you're part of the Indigo Children, you're like a starseed and all, well, you're coming out of Sirius B, and that Stargate is Stargate 6, and this is what Jeshua came out of. And if you're Indigo, you're part of this. That's how you came to 3D. You came through the 60, because the other Stargates have some issues. There's distortions in these other gates. The fourth gate, the fifth dimensional gate, Stargate we're talking, these have some problems, and that's why our line is coming through this Sirius 6-dimensional. Look, you know, Vatos, you got this third eye opening because your indigo ray, indigo name, word came from the Indigo Children, their aura color. The aura color of the Indigo Children. I mean, they're called indigos because of their indigo ray color in their aura. If you're psychic people were seeing these kids come in and they had indigo auras. So that's where the nickname of these children that were being noticed. So that's where the word comes from. Just know it has reference to the indigo ray consciousness, which is the third eye, which is a 6-dimensional consciousness. When you're 3D. So you get these beings coming in, you call Starseed or Indigo Child. Ashiana calls them cloistered races. So I call them Starseed races, so you understand. It's basically beings from these worlds. Excuse me. And you are making soul agreements to incarnate into Earth. You had to make it. If you're here, you're a Starseed, you had to come through contract agreement with the parents. Maybe your parents don't remember, but you connected to their soul level, so you made, okay, Indigo, we'll make you on Earth a body. You come, it's our contract. You made an agreement with your parents. So now it wasn't an accident. You're not here by happenstance. So we're learning this, and that mostly your DNA is already turned on. Your high-level third eye is turned on, but sometimes this world and these dramas and these distortions here are not helping you out. They're actually messing you up, getting you distracted. You're now don't know what is truth. You want to find some knowledge, but you get screwed everywhere you go because it's all so much out here is bullshit. In the New Age, in the religions, they're not teaching law of one. They're not treating you like the law of one. They're putting you down. That's your first signs. If your God, if your religion, if your friends, if your lover was, a friend, are putting you down. Hello. That is energy. That's vampirism. They're sucking off. They're feeding off of you. You keep on suffering. That's because they're feeding off you. It doesn't feel nice in your life. In your life, you have some problems and issues, probably because of vampires like this, because of our toxic people, narcissists, psychopaths, a lot of not lovely people in this world who are just out to consume you in some way. Even if they're not aware of being a vampire, they're certainly behaving like it. They're speaking it. And people who are preaching and judging people, this is darkness being spoken into the world. You are using this power, because truly it's power, and to judge people, to hurt people, to try to enslave people, you are a vampire. Not a good energy. We talk about what is good energy because people forgot what it is. They're following dark, negative energies. They think that's cool. They think that's God, and that you have to suffer and be judged, and you are this terrible, horrible being. Wow. You literally have a curse from Eve and Adam's mistakes and what? All this weird what? This weird what? No, Indigo called bullshit. I don't think so. You don't have to say the word bullshit. I did though. I wanted to. You just say BS if you want. You don't have to say that either. You can just say I love you. I love you, toxic person. You can't ruin my day, honey. I'm still happy. My day is still perfect. Thank you. No, thank you. I just, you don't keep those people in your life. You dismiss them, shrug them off. No, I don't think so. You just bounced off, huh? Didn't you? Fall on your ass? I am aware of who I am. I know that I am God, sovereign, free. You can preach. Go ahead, Vato. I'm still here, speaking and shining this light. You understand? No, you don't understand. We do. Our flicker, our flame, is not diminished. On the contrary, Holy One, we're actually expanding while you're shrinking, called fragmenting, becoming lesser version with your own free will. You're the one deciding to think this way, be rude this way, disrespectful, be judgmental, be a vampire. You get off on it. Some of you, it feels good to be negative. You like a bad attitude, a bad mood, an argument here or there, a shout, a scream, a curse. This is you. Wow. What are you? We see. You don't. You're blinded, you're ignorant, you're negative vibe, you're draining vibe. You're the one that's a criminal or some being who manipulates, who wants to hurt, who's interested in torture or pain or some wickedness, some darkness, some curse, some magic spell, some voodoo doll. Some of you are practicing these ways. There is light. You choose. It is your free will. What did you do with it? Are you healing? Are you healing yourself? Are you healing others? Are you loving unconditionally? Are you being sweet? And you don't have to be sweet, but are you being positive? Not judging people. Are you becoming better? More happy? Experiencing joy? Yeah? Alright, Vatos, what's up? Don't diminish your spirit. Don't let anyone interrupt you, distract you, pull you down. Because you are mighty and realize this light. Realize this Christ as a consciousness, as an energy. And we know that energy, consciousness, is alive. This Christ is alive within you, not outside yourself. God is not external. You don't need to bow down to some external. And nothing is really actually external. It's all happening here, but parts of you in there is going to try to convince you otherwise. They are telling you, I am your God. No, you're not. No, thank you. I am going to ascend, expand my consciousness to higher parts of myself. I'm going to unravel this mystery. I'm going to know that you've been harming me, trying to. We're rising in our spirit, and it's a team of light. It's called Indigo, Team Indigo. What's up, Vato? We're bringing the codes, honey, for ascension in our bodies. You bring in 6D awakening, you're bringing 6D code. So, into the 3D. Dang, that's gonna have some effect. Hell yeah, Vato. So there's strength in numbers. The more of you awakening, the more of you starseeds serving light, the better. According to Ashiana, I've heard her say it many times, and the Guardian information, they need around like 8% of the population on Earth has to become awakened in order for it to become like this, whole planet thing. But I'm not being no bearer of bad news. Is a lot of people already feel it, that not that many people ascend. And we already know from the Guardian information that in the future the dragons take over. And the Greys. The dragons and the Greys are working together. The reptilians, the dino reptilians, not just ordinary reptile. They're the big stocky ones. Upright, bipedal, walking, talking beings. Not very nice at all. Most reptiles are very dangerous and will even eat human. So, and they're freaking huge. Did I say that? Giants. Some of them are, whoa, check that out. And their temperaments, like you think of roid rage or what's that when you're driving, road rage? People who allow anger to come out. Are you this type of consciousness? You just let the anger come out and you start acting like a fool and screaming and saliva is coming out. You're just psychotic for a moment. Not normal. Out of some control. Something is... There's nothing out of control. Something is controlling. What is this part of yourself just come out? You don't control it. You need pharmaceuticals to control it. What is going on Earth, man? You see a lot of people in dark consciousness, dangerous consciousness. You just want to be awakened and live peacefully, but they're just in your face, in your neighborhoods. They're sometimes in your own family. You see some pretty effed up things going on. People don't even talk about spirit nowadays. When you're considered a weirdo, when you talk about aliens and starseeds and indigo children, and you psychic powers and seeing alien, UFOs, seeing spirits, seeing godlike beings, they put you down. They try to, something not nice. They don't understand you. And because they don't got the DNA, honey. You don't live from the heart unless you got a 4th strand. You can be loving and have sex and stuff, but you don't know what the hell this is. What is this? It's a 4th astral body. Body as in a energy body. I mean, that's what it really is, but we consider it a body, but it's a part of ourselves. Because you can say a composite. We're made of the composite dimensions of 1, 2, 3, at least. If you're like Earthseed and you're from Earth, you have only like 3 strands. But you can, because of the Starseeds, you can become a 4th strand. And you can become a 5th strand. When we're talking about consciousness, you talk about the DNA. Okay, and this is the dimension. That means that's your strand level. Do you wake up and see yourself in the 5D? No. You would have this is how it works. Our consciousness is one level higher than our body. So if we're in 3D, this is 3D. Our spirit, our consciousness, not, you don't call it like your soul idea from religion. Your consciousness is in 4D. You're an astral 4D, fourth dimensional being. And you're embodied inside of the 3D body. Think about it when you meditate. What's in your mind? What is that? That's your consciousness, not a soul. Yes, we say called the soul level, the soul consciousness, a level of consciousness. You think it's something. It's in me. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to be damned. No. This is like, what? Nothing. This is like made up shit. Realize it's a consciousness that you become in the fourth dimension. This is the third. You awaken yourself after death. If you ascend, you will ascend to the fourth dimension because your consciousness is in the fifth dimension. Not your body. Not yet. But if you're one of those people opening your third eye, you're going to return back to the sixth dimension. Well, actually, you would say fifth dimension. Remember, your consciousness is 6D, but your body will be in 5D. Always one dimension lower. So, what are animals? Animals are from 2D consciousness, so that means they have their spirit in the 3D. We have the body in the 3D, but our spirit is in the 4D. You see how that works? It's actually the high level falling. You didn't come from the bottom and go this way and become God or something, godlike. No, it's the opposite. What are you talking about? God is always around, homie. Always existed. That's what eternity is. Means there's no beginning, no end. Your concept is finite. Because we're in a finite system right now. This is finite, not infinite. So you become infinite with your awareness in stages. You're always infinite, right? There is no death. You just transmute form. That's what happens in death. This spirit comes out of the 3D shell, the 3D vehicle, a vehicle for your spirit. This is your identity on one level. Because as your spirit here is in the fourth dimension, well, that goes up, and then your body goes up from 3D to 4D while your consciousness went to 5D. So a lot of you New Agers think you're going there, but you're going to 4D. You don't skip 4D. So there's just some little misunderstanding. Maybe it's a big misunderstanding. But if you have 6 strands, then you will be physical in the 5D. So be happy if you're activating this strand. Because that means you're going to be physical in the 5D, which is what you want. I would love to go to that world. That's another planet called Tara. And understand in Tara, you're immortal. And you have a different body. And you know what is the blue flame. Because that's the energy of this consciousness. You are the blue flame. And the secret is, Holy One, even in 3D, you are this fifth dimensional throat Blu-ray chakra. The fifth dimension is the Blu-ray chakra. The Blu-ray. So we can bring that into the third dimension. Now, I am already preparing this video for you called the Blue Flame Technique. And you could also call it something that related to the flame, the sphere of Amenti. And even though that Amenti stuff has been changed, there's still historical record of it. We learned from that. And so that is what the blue flame is. We're part of this. That's what the sphere is. And this whole thing is this whole thing going on with humans in the hybridization experiment, which is a consciousness experiment. And the experiment has been changed and even destroyed twice already. We're trying to get it through. We're trying to get it right. I love you guys. What's up? My vatos. Yeah. Divine Blueprint. Totally get it. It's hard to deal with those who cannot grasp. You gotta have patience. We gotta have patience. It's hard. It's like, especially if you have a relationship, and what are you gonna do now when you're evolving yourself, but your partner isn't? And when you talk about it with them and they're not interested in that stuff, what are you gonna do? That's a choice you gotta come up with. Mac D in the house. Yeah, it does suck, Holy One. It's like, it's not easy always being light. I mean, you can be positive and high vibe, but then when you see something that, especially if we see something or someone else suffering, that affects us. So negative and dark shit makes us feel bad. We don't like that feeling. We don't want to have to feel that. But because we're highly evolved beings coming into this punishment. Damn, this sucks for us. We're very sensitive. We're psychic, and we love things. We love life, and we're mostly feel this pain. We're empaths. We're light workers. We're psychic people. We feel people. We feel suffering. Because it's in our energy, it's in our neighbor, it's in our lover, maybe it's in our family. We feel this energy that's suffering. So you will have to suffer. We knew that. We made a serious contract called a soul contract to be here. You made an agreement with the parents, and you probably knew at that level, your soul level, that you would have to learn a spiritual lesson. Or that you're here to help humanity, teach them Ascension. We all have these gifts because we all have this code. I have my piece. You're bringing in your piece. That indigo sister brother is bringing in their piece. We all have a piece. Bring yours. Awaken. Share your code, homie. Treat your neighbors with this Christ consciousness, this unconditional love. To share joy, share bliss. Why not share grace and mindfulness? Be a beacon of light. Be an example of this light, of being a guardian. Speak your knowledge, what you're learning. Share. You might reach some people. You might help some people. And that's what we do. We're game changers. We're way shores. We are teaching. We're learned too. I learned from your negative comments. I'm learning things just, by learning from observing your, I was once in there. I was in before my shadow work, ego work. I did have ego. I did have anger issues. I had issues. I had to transmute that shit. I'm like many of you who just started feeling psychic abilities and it tripped you out. So you go on a quest for information about it. It's not like you're just suddenly given a manual, the perfect manual with the perfect truth and guidance. No, some twisted shit. Some seduction in magic. Some seduction in new age. You're learning shit. A darkness, like we described earlier. A phantom. A God that's angry, that's telling you it's God. You just dismiss. No, liar. You don't have to say that. You don't just call him liar if you don't want to. But hello, bullshit. I speak to you, Wakaye. It is code to know that you're God. That's powerful here. When you know that you're God. You know that. It's a vibration. Oh, you're one of those people who believe in this sinful, lowly, conscious existence. Okay. You're going around and you're preaching it. A low, disempowering energy. Oh, I wanted to ask, how's your life going? Do you have a life of grace and perfect, happy experiences? Or do you see some suffering in your life? Be honest. Are you just so awesome and everything is awesome? Then maybe you have some inner intuition. You know, because most of the consciousness is suffering on Earth. That's why there's guardians coming to relieve some of that. Not like saviors, but hey, here is some knowledge. You can use it to heal. In spiritual worlds, in spiritual life, there are spiritual beings available that are law of one, that are light. As a spiritual being, we learn how to put intention. Put intention, you guys, that I want to connect to only love and light. And there's nothing wrong with that. The ones who are dark want to say, oh, you must learn some darkness. Hello. You choose. You don't need someone else to tell you what you should and should not do, because certainly when you start dealing with a consciousness like that, that's a vampire. Even if they're not trying to be or realize that they are, that is vampiring. Judging or saying you should do this, you shouldn't do that. Hello, who are you? Anyone trying to do this to you is, whether they're aware of it or not, and you can be aware that they're not aware, okay, you still are the one in control of you're going to go with that or not. Don't live your life for someone else. These are beginning spiritual lessons. Like some of the, this is videos called Spirituality for Beginners. Well, some of the beginning stuff is, I would say the number one thing, the first thing to work on is to naturally stop judging. And when you focus on law of one, that judging goes away, gets transmuted by the awareness that all are God. Even if they don't act like it, because it's still God. And you, while they're not, you will continue with this understanding, with this vibration. I know what your consciousness is. So you stand in your you would say convictions. You're not preachy. They will be. You won't be. They will react. You won't react. You are, and like some of you guys are saying, it's not easy. But this is what's before us. You can react angry too and start judging them. Start speaking profane to them. If you want to, Holy One. But are you light? Are you striving to be of light? Then you're going to learn this spiritual Aikido, this spiritual Kung Fu, this spiritual ninjutsu. You're going to learn when someone's attacking you how to deal with that energy. You're going to learn some spiritual realization that now you're going to make different changes and choices. Oh, they can continue being their old selves, but you don't have to. You can awaken, soul. Do it. without them. Get a divorce, separate if you have to. Don't allow yourself to continue this finite influence. You're infinite. You want to not be held down. You don't want to be limited. You actually get to the point where you don't want that energy next to you. You will transmute it out of your life, and that's not fun. And if you're at the beginning of a spiritual path, well, we're not going to sugarcoat it. You might have to go through some ugly shit because of changes. Oh, you're awakening to shit like, wow, yeah, I've been doing that. I want to change that within myself, and you can. Oh, if you think you're damned and judged, well, that's a curse. See, when you learn magic, you'll learn that's a curse, dude. That's like a thought being seeded into your psyche. Oh, I'm a sinner. I'm a lowly human. And there was some ancient ancestor that did something bad, and God cursed me forever. I'm a sin. You know, shit like this. What? That's like you go to see Disney movie. That's a cool movie. Someone should make a movie. They did. They make a movie. It's a movie. What? It's some made up fucking script. Excuse my language, sorry. It's you call bullshit. I call bullshit. It's like, and the serpent said this, and the Eve ate this, and what? Huh? So, damn, you grew up with it. I grew up with that. I was a little kid. I was told all this shit is real. And you're like, okay, no, not okay. I have a choice. I became a teenager. I rebelled. I wasn't going to go to church on Sunday and Wednesday and Thursday and go to church school that was strict, and they hit you with this. They punished you and gave you little demerit systems and sent you to the principal's office and got beat. I had a teacher shove soap in my mouth. This kind of stuff. And you were punished if you did not hold your pencil right. If you were always being put down. Like what the F, dude? So, you get that. Every day I had to go to this religion school, and then at night got to go to church. So, yeah, I was in religion too. We were brought into religion. Because you just do it because your parents did it, and okay, God and demons and stuff. So, maybe later in your life, you start thinking about aliens and UFOs and whoa, some of this religion stuff I don't know about. And then you get back to the aliens and the UFOs and spirits and psychic powers and meditation, changing your diet. You go through a change, man. Because you realize that we're not living divine. We're not connecting to God like we think we are. We're not behaving like divine beings. We're not doing our potential. We're not doing our sacred covenant. We're not protecting this world and its consciousness and this from other invading spiritual beings. It is a spiritual war, man. And these beings are powerful. They're effective. They have taken over. They have destroyed things before. Their legitimate concern. A legitimate concern is in your world with these alien beings that you supposedly still don't believe in. or think it's even possible. You have all this new age ideas and theories of what is God and what's going on with these alien brothers and sisters, and oh, those are good beings. No, they're not good beings, but that's what everyone says. Those are what? It's so confusing. Exactly. Are you being confused? Exactly. That's military subterfuge. You need to be communications blocked, distorted. You need your ideas of God twisted. You need your ideas of what is spirit, what is a soul. It's all freaking this shit, man. You're not learning something that actually, whoa, you learn how about consciousness, and that there's levels of energy that you connect to. You can perceive these beings. It's not supernatural. It's completely normal activity. Excuse me. Going on in this reality. Excuse me. Biological. Just because you haven't experienced it doesn't mean it's not real. Okay. So other people have experienced, are experiencing, and we actually don't need you to believe. We don't need you to believe, honey. Thank you for being here, holy ones. Amber! What's up, Amber? You love you some good beans. One of the favorite alkaline recipes I loved to do when I was homeless and camping in the wilderness, because I still had it, I was without a home, but I was able to get gasoline for my generator. So sometimes I used a generator, sometimes I have a generator. But I would cook me up some, what are those garbanzo beans? It takes, like, you have to go through a process of processing these beans, right? It takes time, but I would get those down into, like, looking and tasting like refried beans. So it was an alkaline recipe, alkaline diet that I was on, but yeah, I started learning how to cook just so I could do that, and I learned about seasonings, and I was not only vegan, I was alkaline. So it was like, that's like, you can find some good recipes and live that way. You become knowledgeable about food, man. That's just part of spirituality. You guys don't want to address it. You're just going to keep on eating. Meat is it's more than just that it's living animals, and I know plants are alive, but realize we're talking about, first of all, this DNA. Always taking in the DNA of these beings we're devouring these. It's like we have this ability to breathe, process air, and survive off of that. And we're so disconnected from that knowledge. Living off of prana, going on as a breatharian is living with prana. Being able to live off of subtle energy, much less perceive it. Most people don't believe in psychic energies, subtle energies, much less have them and are good at them. Are you good at psychic powers? Are you good at energy, vibration, feeling it and running it, moving it? Well, that's what guardians do. That's what light workers, empaths, psychic people do. We're priests. You're a priest of light. Technically, it's called the priest of Azraline. So we are learning our history and something about the Emerald Covenant. It's a big thing, you guys, and it's all based on the law of one, and all these beings are following this. That's why we call them guardians, because they're the guardian alliance connected to these, you call guardian angelic nations. All the races of beings in the different systems that are serving the law of one. They come together into something called the Interdimensional Association of Free Worlds, which is a huge service organization in the higher densities, and that's what the Guardian Alliance comes out of. But these are all beings that are serving the law of one, and so of course they bring the information of the law of one, and the knowledge is brought down, and it's called the Maharata. In the Lyrian language, which is Anuhazi language, it's called the Maharata, which is translated into English as the inner Christ, or the inner Christos. This is the inner Christos teachings. It's a body of knowledge that was brought to Earth by speaker number 1. Her name is Ashiana Dean. So a lot of us have learned this knowledge through her. And, whoa, dude. I saw an orb. I just saw an orb without the camera. I saw one fly through the brick wall. Anyways, that kind of distracted me. Sorry. Mac D. Smith! We all here. I think we're all here. Hi, beautiful souls, says Darcy. Sending my love to you all. Thank you, Darcy. You're awesome, Holy One. Deja vu. Well, warrior in the spirit. Yeah. Perception requires duality. Inspect your soul and the color of coal inside the body. Very interesting, Holy One. Machiwa. Janaea. Such a beautiful name. Isn't it? Janaea states, anyone know anything about recognizing someone you've never met? Like energetically? And we know, of course, that's possible. Understand that we're psychic people, and a lot of us are remembering these lifetimes, and some of these people that are in our lives, that come into our lives, were meant to. Like you would say, sometimes we come in as a group, a family, but you guys come together. Sometimes you change up the roles. You could say, this time it was your mom, and the next life it's your daughter, your sister, or uncle, or just a friend that you will meet in a period of your life. Not everything is happenstance, because we are coming in here with our spiritual will. We're time travelers. We're not from this time period. Well, we went through it already a long time ago. We have this DNA. We've been here before. We've done that, done this, done that kind of thing. Okay, so why we come back? We're like 6th graders coming into a 3D class. Why? Okay, so it's like alumni, and we're returning with lessons that we learned already and telling you about it. Just hear it out for a little while, and then you can decide and learn from their lessons that you don't have to go through now. What's up, Batos? How's your spiritual journey? Seriously, guys, tell me in the comments. I want to know, how is your spiritual journey? And your story will be read by others. Some people will relate to you. Joyful Jennifer, embracing her feminine. Crystal Dawn in the house. It's a beautiful Mies. Ha ha. Machiwa. Joyful Jennifer. A roller coaster Goliath in Six Flags, but now it's getting better. I actually had taken my daughter there when she was a teenager, and she was scared, dude. We went there for nothing. We only went on a few rides, and those few rides had giant lines, and we had to wait like over an hour a few times. Like, damn. So, but she didn't want to go on the scary rides. I'm like, dude, there's this. I didn't say dude, but you know, there's no other roller coasters like this. If you're gonna do this, let's do it. Come on. You might actually be exhilarated, or maybe you'll puke. I don't know. You will survive, at least, right? Yeah, feeling peace. Learn about the spirituality on your spiritual journey. Becoming enlightened. That could be literal. You know, you're like bringing in transformation in yourself. That change in your life, you know, could benefit others. Kind of like you're like medicine. Your energy is medicine for others still awakening. And a lot of times you will attract people will see your light, and that will attract them to you. Your light. They'll sense your light and feel good around you, so they'll want to be around you. So some people just had that vibe. They have that soul knowledge, experience, right? So we want to be like that to the people around us. You know, kind of like this radiation of when you're in joy and love and peace and within yourself and your space, that spreads like a positive virus, you know? We're getting like on your computer, right? We're getting like some change, man. Don't you want some change? Who wants to change? Raise your hand. Do you want to change? No? Why not? You're gonna stay in the same place? Dang. Because you know that same place is not cool. You want to go try some new stuff. Yeah. Why not? You know, why not, like, instead of, like, because every time you see this person, you say rude shit. Well, why don't you stop yourself and say something very nice to them? And see, when they feel good, that you might feel good. Maybe you'll try being nice to others. Is that asking too much? I guess. I don't know. Leo, love bomb. Yeah, drop some love bomb. You don't have to, like, get into people's space and freak them out. Come on, be respectful to people's boundaries, right? Chica light, yes, I want to change. I do too. Yeah, that is beautiful, huh, Janaea? If I have another daughter in my life, I will call her Janaea. Grand Rising, joyful Jennifer. I work as a cashier, and I had a customer tell me she wasn't feeling well. But after her interaction with me, she felt so much better and thanked me. See, that's like a beacon of light. We're like, maybe even if you're not trying to, you will just be more positive vibration. Yeah, we'll be nice and stuff. Sweet, and like you find yourself being friendly. Like you have like ideas to soothe people's suffering, and you want to just like spread that healing around. They might even be surprised that you're not some, grumpy jerk off like you usually are. Maybe you're mean and rude and disrespectful, and so they don't want to be around that. But you're nice and friendly and positive. You don't have to I mean, it's just like something that we call service to others and service to self. And you're going to interact with people who are service to self when you're a service to others. And then you might even be like, sometimes when you're nice, you get used. You don't want to find yourself being used because you're nice. You got to find this ability within yourself to stand and be, you find value in yourself, you love yourself, and no one can take that away. That you're sovereign, that you're with God, and within the God field, you're aligning yourself with light. Even if you know you made some mistakes in your life, you're not damned. Religion wants to damn you. God doesn't. God doesn't want to sacrifice you or anything. Literally, hello? Are you kidding me? That's disgusting. That's horrible. What are you doing? You feel that. So, we find love in God. Hello? We find life, not sacrifice. Not, some dark, horrible punishment. Not some judgment. You can make on a piece of paper, you can write down a middle line, and on this side, put those qualities. And on this side, list a bunch of positive qualities. Or why don't you take the opposite of those qualities and put them on the other side of the list? Find out which side you're on. Service to self, service to others. It's not like when we say service, that doesn't mean you're giving yourself just freely to someone. Service to others is knowing the law of one, walking the law of one. Know that you're not acting like you're arrogant, like I'm God, I am special, I am chosen. It's this bullshit attitude. You don't understand law of one. Faker. Other people won't call you a liar. I will. Liar. Sorry. I love you, liar. Yeah. I love all of you. You're rude and mean. I love you. What's up? There's a higher part of you that I could get along with. I can speak to your soul level. How's that? You're an asshole. I'm going to talk to your higher self. It's enough of you right now. We don't do that, honey. We're nice and naturally, not like an act. Not like, oh, gee, I have to be nice. Hey, if you find yourself in danger, if you find yourself with someone screaming at you and spit is landing on your face, hey, you don't put yourself in those situations. You leave and take care of those situations. On the other hand, you're treating everyone friendly and loving. Why not? I mean, be smart. You're not trying, especially if you're like a pretty girl, you don't want all these guys. Uh-oh, wait a second. Let me put, oh crap, I don't have my diagrams open. Let me turn the camera back on. Give me 12 seconds. Yo, baby. What's up, baby? Yeah. Let's have Starseed sex. Why not? I'm just joking, man. Alright, the camera's coming back on. We're gonna have an indigo party. Only aliens invited, man. It's who wants to get lit, Vato? Yeah. I want to get lit. Do you? If you want to get lit, put a fire in the chat. So. Yeah, look at those aliens. I like that. I gotta put more smileys. I'm sorry, I haven't put more smileys. Starman! Member! Yeah, that looks good on you, Vato. What's up? Oh, Max Smith. Sorry, what's up? I guess my mod. Hey, Jacob. Oh, I keep thinking you guys are members. I see the blue star, and I think you're a moderator. No way! You guys want to get lit? Look at you. Hughes Deluxe. Leo Murray wants to get lit. Starman, of course. Divine Blueprint. Yes. Crystal Dawn. That's a beautiful name too. Crystal Dawn. Cheeky Light. Starseed Sex. I'm just being silly, guys. Come on. Yeah. That's okay, Mac. You can do it in spirit, man. Imagination. Visualization. Dry vape is the way to go lately. Even Sandra W. Leo Murray. Kai. What's up, Kai? What time is it? Yeah. The camera? How do we have seed? How do we seed do the sex? How do starseed? I guess some people do astral sex. Starseed sex. Hey baby, I'll meet you in the 6th dimension. I mean, you could tell somebody that. El Kabong! Wow, alright, what's up? Yeah, let's get lit. Let me put a diagram up, because I didn't put the diagrams up. And then I'll get lit, and then we'll be boosted for 30 minutes, you know? Why not? Raise your consciousness. Why not, vatos? Seriously, man. You're like, huh? What's this guy? I didn't mean to do that. Shit, I hope that doesn't mess up my show. I pushed the wrong button. Okay, here's one diagram, you guys, that I'll leave with you while I get lit. I want to get lit with you guys. Let's get lit, man. Shining light. What's up, sister? Yeah. Okay, so here we go, guys. I'm gonna go for 60 seconds. I'm gonna go get lit, and then we're gonna talk more about, you know, spirituality. So get lit with me if you want. That means you got a pipe, or you got, you know, you rolled a fat one, or you got, you know, one of those things that you put water in and go, and you know, is that hashtag bong? You know, no, not hashtag bong, but you know, or I like glass pipes, but mine's not glass. I gotta go get a glass one. But anyways, what happens is you activate this chakra, you boost them. Like you have normal consciousness, and then for 30 minutes or so, whatever, hour, you go like this. Whoa. You know, you're aware. I know I'm being silly, but you know what I'm saying? You actually experience shit. You're not like in your head only, and because this is what people who aren't expanding, okay? You don't even know what a chakra is. Do you know how to spell chakra? Spell it in the comments. Let's see, Vato. How do you spell chakra? What's the best chakra? Tell me now. Let's do this, Vatos. Ooh, 66 people online. I see I pushed stop streaming by accident. I don't know why I did that. Okay, so I was just trying to simply put the picture on. So, and then we're going to come back after 60 seconds, if that's how long it takes, and break it down, man. Spirituality for beginners. Part of that conversation has to do with the life force energy, has to do with the different identity levels and the different types of beings in those levels, the different time periods, literally far in the future, different logos, collective logos, planetary logos, solar logos, universal logos, cosmic logos, extraterrestrials, metaterrestrials, ultra-terrestrials, fallen angels, hybrid aliens, starseeds, dark aliens, loving beings. There's a whole landscape of consciousness here. Thank you for being here tonight. Let's explore some of this together, vatos. Let me go get lit. Be right back. Okay, guys. Thank you for those who actually stayed. I appreciate you very much. Let me turn the camera back on. Yeah. Oh my God, yeah. Mastutas. It's good to smile. You know, I wouldn't want it any other way to not be able to connect. I revere spirit, and it's like changed my whole life. So looks like we lost some people, but that's everyone's free will. But we like, for example, if you're trying to go on a spiritual journey, you want to explore consciousness. So we do that. Sometimes we use medicine. Sometimes we just use meditation. Sometimes you just think about stuff. I just want to blow my nose real quick. Sorry. Just real quick after I smoke. All right. Awesome. So I feel... Oh my gosh. I left my cup, but I'll drink out of this because I left my cup, so I gotta drink out of this. Sikaiwa. So, you guys. So when you're actually acting mature versus immature, you're it's kind of like, think about this. Like, most of our lives are just like, we have a specific topic or thing we're supposed to do, and it might take our whole life to figure that out. Or you become awakened early and you realize your purpose here. You're like, how do you figure that out, Davian? Right? For me, it's about learning techniques like the blue flame technique. I do already teach the mentor technique on my membership. Check it out. But you can, I'll be doing another blue flame technique, because what we're doing is we're bringing in the 5D current into our 3D. And you're going to learn how to bring that level of yourself in, which is your soul consciousness, by focusing and developing those chakra, which is the soul level chakra. The 4th, green ray, the 5th, blue ray, and the 3rd eye is the 6th, indigo ray. Okay? Excuse me. Now, I know there's different chakra systems out there, and they even have the colors off. This is coming once again from the Guardians, and you don't just stop there. There's many more chakra. Like, this is the crown chakra, violet, and then you have the gold chakra, which is your 8th chakra, and then the 9th chakra, these are diagonal. And the 9th chakra is silver, gold, silver, dark blue, 6 inches above your head. Put your hand above your head like this. That's a chakra, a morphogenetic chakra, which is your 10th chakra, and it's a dark blue, not just normal blue, a dark blue. So, and then you have a 1.5 feet above your head. A 1.5 feet above your head is your 11th chakra, which is a dark gray. Okay? Now I show you these chakra colors in the diagram. I'll show it again real quick, but... And then finally, not finally, but the next chakra is the 12th chakra, which is below your feet, 6 inches below your feet. So you got ones going in different places that you'll get used to. You'll memorize this. And then that color is white, pure white. Violet, gold, silver, dark blue, dark gray. Pure white. If you want to learn the last 3, it will be pale turquoise, which is in the middle of planet Earth. Can you visualize the middle of Earth? You'll see the pale turquoise Merkaba star. That's the Earth core. You see the Elohai. This is Elohai. And then you see the 13th, or no, that was the 13th. The 14th chakra is 3 feet. 3 feet above your head. So you go from the Earth star, and you go, there's 2 stars, and then you go to the one above your head. 3 feet. You can't reach that far. Maybe, yeah. That is your pale gold chakra. And finally, the 15th is imagine below your feet, through the whole planet and beyond, into some far distant space, universal space. That is your violet flame. That the 15th chakra. That's part of your auric field. That's a huge field that you're inside of. So you're going to go through all these levels. We are going through these levels. Right now we're activating this soul levels. We're activating these chakra, because that's where we go next. So start awakening them, Holy One. Yeah. Then you can ascend. Get 5-strand. So, blue ray, indigo ray. If you go to indigo, Then you get to go to Tara. We're learning about Tara here on Christos. That's our next planet. That's where we're going to next. We're going to be like the Bible says, you know, like in a paradise, a heaven, that we're going to have an immortal body. That's true. We can agree with. You will be an immortal body. It's the carbon crystal body, and it's the next evolution of our race. And think about this. You don't need to sleep. You don't die, and you don't need to sleep. What the, dang, what kind of existence? What do you start thinking about? What kind of life do you have? Right? So we can go step at a time and figure that out. Work on this before you work on that. This is nice, but if you haven't done these two first, what are you doing? Skipping. I guess you could do that, you know. What we're going to do is bring the higher chakras activated, because those will bring in that consciousness to our lower chakra. So we're trying to entangle that high energy in that will change and fix. We're basically fixing. That's why it's called regenerate your DNA. DNA regenesis, bioregenesis. So we need to do bioregenesis to ascend, because we have to do so much work in one lifetime. Because you would normally do this naturally by living many lives. We don't have that time. Because of the spiritual war, we have problems in our ascension, because we have problems now. We have distortions now called DNA blocks in our DNA, called DNA seals. They seal us. They've taken out some of the sub-frequency strands in our DNA that creates blocks. That creates an energy block, an ascension block, and a consciousness block. Oh, now you can't utilize that part of you. Our consciousness operates based on our DNA. So when you activate this DNA, you're bringing in more. You're more evolved. You will be the way shores of the earth. Trailblazers. Putting science to shame and showing you the new physics. This is changing of humanity eventually. Because you see, we do make it to these future levels of ourself eventually. We're just the fact that you're here means you're also there, because we're multidimensional in all these levels. Okay, you see the diagram, and we see your ascended master level. You're beyond all this hologram drama, right? It doesn't make it feel less uncomfortable, but to know that, but it is a hologram, and you can go beyond it. That's you would say, our purpose in ascension. We want to return back. Wow, that's awesome, Ramu. Looks like you're activating your higher abilities. Evolved consciousness. Evolve your consciousness, everybody. Eventually, in our future self, we won't need to sleep. We won't need to eat. We perpetuate. Existence is totally different. Would you want to be living forever down here? No. But up there, it's heavenly, so yeah. I want to live forever up there. I can't wait. Some of you are old souls, and you're ready to move on. You may be in a young body now. It's the last life, hopefully. You want to go home. Back to your people. back to your true level of consciousness. Not this. What is this? You can almost say it's a deformity of ourself, a mutation of our DNA, a distortion, a major one, and now, like animalistic compared to what we really are. You make fun of animals in lower life. You think it's lower life, and look at you. You're lower of that being. We're trying to become that. Reclaim that. It's yours, Vato. Get it. What's up? I love you. You know what's going to be awesome? The next time I see Ireland Clark on my show, I'm going to make her a moderator. I don't know if she'll like that or not. I just wanted to say, hey, what's up, sister? I love you. Sometimes I'm in a happy mood. I think about Ireland Clark. She's my friend. I consider herself. We have to, like, sometime do our interview together. I think that'd be awesome. And we don't even have to agree on everything. We just, respect each other for this work. We share some similarities, so. I'm a Chichiwa. Mosuta Kaposhoa. Her stuff's okay. Be nice, Leo. Ready to fly. Yeah. Bringing out that crystal vibe, man. We're becoming those crystal silicate matrix. Hell yeah, man. What's up? What's up? That's why you work with crystals, homie. You kidding me? Sleep with the crystal. Hold crystals. Feel their energy, man. Yeah, baby. You should be feeling your palm chakra. You should feel it light up. So, you'll say, dang, this shit is real, man. Yeah. It's a real deal here. We don't mess around. We don't like sugarcoat it either. Is that what you want? Others will do that for you. There might be some type of drama. I guess it's not really might, it will happen. So you realize you still are light. Whatever happens on earth, you still act like light, you still speak light. You don't become part of this shadow. You don't get swallowed by it. You don't get seduced by it. Come on, light. You know better. Call bullshit when you see it. Stand in your light. Don't be deterred from it. You know your covenant is light, is this law of one, of unity, which is not a bad thing. When you find out that you're many, you're an all, huh? What? So you learn this identity. You bring those thoughts in. You bring that awareness in. So think blue ray, green ray. See those fields of aura around you. See yourself made of that color. That's how I like to see it too. I see a Merkaba, a 6-pointed star in that color. I get that color by focusing on it. You focus on this color regularly. Like medicine, you pop a vitamin C. Well, how about regularly see green Merkaba? See blue energy, green energy, blue energy, indigo energy. Get used to working with these three rays. Then you bring in the spectrum into your awareness by regular visualization, meditation with these rays, You will bring that consciousness, that awareness, that intelligence inside yourself. You manifest it. You own it, man. So you be it. There's like, once you get to that point and you get that activation, it just works. It's on. Congratulations. You've evolved. Oh man, I got another drink of water from this jug. Technical difficulties. I love you guys. What's going on? Yeah. See, eventually I will have the setup the way I want. I need a big room so I can have a large green screen, and with the green screen floor, I'll be doing dancing and a live show where I could stand up, do different camera angles. See, that is my ultimate goal. And then we'll be using 4K, and we'll have better lighting and all this stuff. Better effects. This is going to be like a production. Because the thing of it is, I've had a production before. And I actually have some nice equipment, but it's in storage until I have my own place. So I will get to that level. And I want to say thank you to all my members who have joined, because you're supporting my work and this information, and helping it get better. Help it reach more people. That's my pledge to you. I'm going to reach at least 1 million people with this spiritual knowledge. That's my goal, because I think it's important. We need to get to 8% of the consciousness on Earth. It's a numbers game. It's an energy game. A consciousness thing. A spiritual thing. So, hey, we need you. Come on. Sup? Gangsta? We need you to step up. Priest up, man. Okay? We are this craft. We are this guard. Come on, baby. Yeah. Ayaka, shine your light. Shining light, yes. Bless and respect, Ramu. Yeah. DFCU. Breathwork. Yes, very good. And you'll learn to run prana, which is life force energy, which is kundalini. This is our level. We have kundalini. You can feel kundalini. It's possible, I mean. It doesn't mean you can right now, but you can learn how to if you don't know how. And because you'll actually, like I stepped out to get lit, when you do that, your perception is changed. You change the vibration. The medicine changes your consciousness vibration. You know what that means? You travel. You time travel. Changing vibration is another time of consciousness. Isn't that a trip? Yeah. We all time travel. When you dream you're time traveling, you're changing vibration, you're going to another time. Excuse me. I mean, it wouldn't be a dream if it was the same vibration as your reality. Right? You wouldn't be dreaming. So, you're dreaming, you're going to another vibration, another level of consciousness. Think about that one. That's part of spirituality. One of the spiritual, spirituality for beginners. We learn to become knowledgeable and eventually become masters in energy and consciousness. You will spend time. And when someone is in your presence, when someone is wakaya, they will see an evolved being on earth. You will be representing an awareness, okay, a connection, a code, a presence from some people. Some of you have had your holy experiences, yeah. Confirmations. It's great, right? Yeah. I love you. Unconditionally, Vatos. What's up? How you doing in your journey? I hope you're following a journey. Oh yeah. So I make these videos for you guys. For you. You're my Vatos. So homie. Yeah. We want to awaken together. Because we do this together. Remember that percent. Let's meet that qualification. Let's get the consciousness of Earth up. Come on, raise your vibration. Because it raises the Earth's vibration, which raises the other people's consciousness. It's called spiritual awakening for a reason. Are you on your spiritual journey? Why not start, man? Check it out. You know, a few things. See if you resonate. See if you vibe with it. Oh yeah, a dimension thing. That makes sense. Maybe I'll consider some of that other stuff. Alright, yeah. We're just getting some of you to think, homie. Yeah. You know, you get that like, whoa, feeling. Like you need to know more. So go there. You have no excuse. You can do it. You will do it. Yeah, chicas. Yeah, Davian, I want to make some changes in my life. I'm going to be a different person. You got it? You're not sacrificing. You're not giving up something. You're trying to change yourself, transmute the world. We do this as a people, guys. We do this together. We're like ambassadors. We're not like those people going door to door trying to get you to believe in this religion and whatever. We're vibrating. Our conversations, our relationships, our thoughts, our actions are creating this world, right? All of us, all our consciousness as a race are creating this experience collectively. They call that the collective consciousness. Whoa, deep. It's when you realize the tribal shield, as Ashiana teaches us. We learn the tribal shield, which is a morphogenetic field, and then our own personal morphogenetic field, and these are in the Earth's morphogenetic field, in the Earth core. So we learn these principles so you can understand, kind of like some complex ideas, right? But you can understand, we are understanding, and we're doing, like, those of us who are involved in this dialogue, we're talking, we're writing, we're sharing. Some of you are doing it too. And so we all, like, help each other. We're helping each other. You guys help me. The nice ones, I thank you. And even the negative ones, we're learning from them. It's kind of like, how could you know yourself as good, as light, as love, without knowing what is some examples of darkness? You get to, it doesn't mean you have to have that rub off on you and start acting like the darkness. It just means that you become knowledgeable, you become aware of it. You become aware that there is aliens, there's a drama, there's a subterfuge, there's a secrecy, there's a cover-up, hello, there's some manipulation going on. I mean, you might spend a lot of time on those research, but at the end of the day, it's a spiritual thing. So you learn your spiritual parts. That's what we focus on, the spiritual, the psychic, the energy. You're learning, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, we have so many life experiences and interactions, and most of your life hasn't been about your purpose. So we suddenly find our purpose, and then we got this little bit of time left in our long life, short life actually. Oh, wow. I wish I would have done this when I was in my 20s. That'd be nice. No. That was some of my, brutal mistakes, lessons, life lessons. We can do the stupidest things, right? Dang. Are you serious, Davian? Don't beat yourself up, you guys. I mean, some of you can be your worst critic. Be loving. Caress yourself. Be loving to yourself. Hey, that doesn't mean be egotistical either. You start being a jerk then. Nobody wants that. Who wants... That's another lesson. Ego. It's another lesson. So, just think about it. Imagine yourself with no ego and no shadow. Like, think about it. Yeah. So, it's possible. You can be with no ego. Or you would say no ego, that means no mind. Because that's the mental body. That's this chakra. You're saying there is no mental body. There is an ego. It's the negative ego you take care of. Ego is not a bad thing on its own. It's when you start having these specific types of negative thoughts where the ego can become not a good thing for you. So ego in itself is not bad. It's when it becomes a negative ego, because there is a positive. It's a type of consciousness. It's a type of awareness of yourself. So we don't want that part controlling our depth of awareness. It's limiting you at the 3D. You're not seeing beyond it. Oh, there's a gate, there's a wall that you imposed on yourself through your negative ego. You don't want that controlling your awareness and keeping you in a bubble. That's what it does out of its own survival. It wants to be numero uno. It services itself. You want to go beyond that. You can, and you will. I love you guys. What's up? Yeah. Give me a hug, group hug. Yeah. Tu makata sasi que posso na mana ewa. Amakahe. Sitas. I love you guys. Who wants to come to the party? Joyful Jennifer. Me. Shining light. Alcyon. Be your best self. Roshanak. Love you all. Thank you for being here, Holy One. Yeah, you guys. So thank you for being here on my live. You're so awesome. And that's cool. 33 people. 33. I love those numbers. I saw 333 today. And I saw 333 yesterday. So I'm like, dude, coincidence? Triple Trinity, Triple Trinity. So, you like those little confirmations, right? It makes you feel like, okay, yeah, coasting, come on, keep coasting, right? What's up, man? Like, you guys know, huh? Like, yeah, you're on the inside, like, much respect to you and you. Amasitas machakewa. Starseed sex. Let's have some sex. Oh, Shimakaya. We're not trying to be vulgar. We just like think of like tantric lovemaking. Why not? You know, like let's do some medicine and have sex and see how we feel. You know, why not? If you're exploring stuff, you want to see and check. And you checked, and then you can decide, I don't want sex. I want sex. Choose. You know, this information actually talks about sex. And they call it sacred sex. So, don't have a problem with sex. It's sacred, apparently. No, real dude. You know, I'm not like talking about Kama Sutra, but I guess if that's your thing, I always liked the movie and stuff. I thought it was cool. But, that was, you know, and you know when you're 20s and shit, teenagers, you're horny, you like try sex and stuff, and then, well, you're an adult, you're still trying it, but I'm just saying, you did a lot of it when you were younger, right? It's like, damn, you're freaking horny. It's normal. No, it's not. I mean, it's not for all age groups. Eventually, what happens? You get less and less and less life force. You're in the you would say there's the death gene, right? Your cells die. There's something wrong. And then so your life force is going shivering. So you would say the flame is extinguishing and the life is draining. And then you're dying. Wow. No. You can bioregenerate. You can activate your junk DNA. You can become a Marvel superhero. You know, just raise your level of man, you guys, you got to get started now. What are you doing? Some of you are training Jedi. Jedi's in the making, yeah. It's called the Journey of the Heroes because it's not easy. That's right. I mean, to be even loving all the time is not easy. Because when you're surrounded by negative, toxic people, or maybe just being at work, you can't control everyone that's around you all the time, unless you're a total hermit and stayed at home all the time. It doesn't. It's not bad if you want to be separate. It's actually, I know that a lot of indigos want to be solo or want to just be private and not even be close to the center of the society. You are more of a wilderness or nature person, or you just want to be on the outskirts of the city. I find myself being exactly like that. So it makes you kind of weird to other people, you know. It's not like you're trying to be an introvert. I'm actually both. I can be extroverted. I'm very good with people, like in public. Like, I mean, I don't get like stressed out or concerned. I can be myself and talk comfortably, so I can be good social in. But I also have time where I just want to be alone, dude. Seriously alone. And I don't see that as a bad thing. We're like deep in our thoughts. We just got to think stuff out. We want to spend time alone doing that because there's no distraction, and you can go deep into without some schedule of a relationship, or family life. It's a choice. You make a choice. Sometimes you're like the mage in the tower. You want to be in deep thought, alone. If I can find an understanding girlfriend, that'd be great. Hey, sometimes, honey, I just need to be alone and not with the other chicks. Don't worry. You can see, and I'm in that room, and I'm deep in thought. That's all. I need my magic time. Like magic as in this is divine. This is ceremony. This is ritual. Hello, I take it serious. It's not all serious, but sometimes it is. And realize it's a war, spiritual war. Amber, thank you for becoming an archangel. Yes! Alright, Holy One, thank you for supporting Crystal's avatar. Thank you for joining. Machiwa! Nathan Hall, what's up, Holy One? Nature photography, alright. It's so cool because I get to be in the wilderness for a while. I lived out there, man. I was even digging underground tunnels and shit. I grew out of that mode, but, because I really need to be near electricity and a nice computer. My computer is nice. And if I have to suddenly go down to a laptop, and what the hell, dude, right? So we got to make sure we got the best situation. And you guys, you know what? To be spiritual doesn't mean you have to be poor. You can have a living. You can earn money. It's not an unspiritual thing. This is a distortion. If you want to be wealthy, you could, It's not a bad thing. Machua. Yep, I love nature. I've always loved nature. I can go for hikes. I could go into the wilderness. I can go into a forest. It's just so cool. You're alone in that, and then it's beautiful to you. And even if you're not conscious of it, you could be. If you're feeling living plants and stuff. Like I'm in desert, so I'm always around cactus and that kind of trees and bushes and like wildlife. Even in Nevada, I was around desert. And that's okay with me. I get used to desert. So what? I might even want to center myself around Sedona, which is desert. But there's a powerful vortex there, Stargate, near Sedona. So I would want to be around that energy. I would like to live around a more evolved energy. That's what you say. There's a lot more consciousness there. So yeah, there's another one in Machu Picchu. Check that out. So all right, Holy One. I'm Kevin is in the house. I'm Kevin, sorry. Us indigos always do things like that. We jump through stargates alone and go from galaxy to galaxy. What's up, Starseeds? Yeah. You know it, man. We're the Templars. What's up? We were the ones that came in those Essene days, Jeshua days. We came in those Atlantean days, Lumerian days. We were what you call is the Holy Grail. Man. That's, oh crap. I needed my cup. I'm just not gonna interrupt the show again for it. I usually fast every night. Like I don't have a dinner, but every now and then, especially after a live, I think I need some extra energy, so I eat on those nights. But I just want to say that I think that diet could become important, is important for a spiritual journey, but not necessary. It just helps. It just boosts, just like anything else. You could do several different things to improve your psychic abilities, your spiritual energies. You just become like someone who's evolving yourself. Why not? Life is more exciting when you make yourself better and more improved, and learning from not being a jerk or negative or dark. Why not? Become good and better. Why not have a different polarity than what you used to? Grow. Expand. Instead of the opposite. It's a choice, you guys. It's spirituality for beginners. You want to keep getting better and better and better. Nothing is gained. Think about it. Nothing is gained in your soul, in your expansion, if you're staying in the same place. If you don't do anything with this life while you're on the planet. You can actually do spiritual growth when you're disembodied, when you're not incarnated. But not as much as being in the body. You come alive, you're in a body, you can accomplish a lot. Especially with something like this knowledge, which teaches you spiritual ascension, which is a science. There's mechanics involved. Some of it seems, complicated, but I like to do is break it down. Like Ashiana, you can understand her. She makes some great videos at different time periods. But some of her stuff is really advanced if you haven't learned all the basics. That's why we try to break certain topics down. We break it down and make it more visual and teach it in a way that's easy to understand. So I will continue to do that with the work. A lot of us love this information. I'm grateful to be part of it. I'm grateful for you guys. Much respect to you. Because we're making a difference one by one. And a group. Yeah, man. Honor to have you. Grateful to have you. Blessings from the Guardian Alliance. These are real people, and there are people. We're serving with these other guardian angelic nations, races from other worlds. That's what the Guardian Alliance is. Made up of many different races. And we get along. Sure, some of us are fallen and don't get along with the rest of us, unfortunately, but on a spiritual journey, you guys are preparing yourself, and you know how to handle yourselves. You're Skywalkers, you're Jedi, you're these Starseeds, these Indigos. Oh, yeah. Holy Grail. Yeah, another member. Amber, wait a second. I thought you were already a member for some reason. Oh, you upgraded. Ah, yeah. What's up, sister? Thank you, Amber, for supporting Christos Avatar. Woohoo! Wachita, Wakaya, Hamasita. Like celebrate. It's funny because I went through a phase of just chasing girls and drinking and having parties with girls, and so I loved girls. I was always trying to find romantic love. So I brought roses to girls. I was always, writing poems and shit. But naturally, I was into that stuff. I like to be romantic. I like to make love slow to her and treat her special, like lovingly and passionately, sensually. That's what when you're young and full of power, so you had no problems. You could last as long as the girl, and if you wanted to, no problem. Oh, okay, now you're ready. Okay, so and then you get older and stuff, and it's like, what the fuck happened? What the hell, dude? That's stupid. But it's what's going on. Oh, much you. But we honestly, when we learn this knowledge for real, like, we could actually take care of sicknesses and diseases, and stuff like this shit will go away. Problems, there is no more. You just heal it. You learn how. And we can all say we can learn this power. It's just all consciousness. And your ability to use consciousness to interface this. It's a system. Yeah. And you you learn the lingo. We're going to learn about running different currents through your body at the same time. Like you visualize two colors together in just one instead of just one. But you get better at it, you guys. It was hard for me to visualize, but then I just got good at it by simply doing it over and over and over until you can visualize stuff very clearly and lucidly. That's what you want to get to. And some of us lost it for a while, or we were better at it. Like when we were younger. I know I was more psychic, more visual when I was younger. I used to always love to play romantic music, making love to some girl. Back in the 80s, that was like Sade. That was good love-making music. But I also liked Enigma, dude. That first song on the CD? It's a great sex song, man. Damn. And it goes through the, it's like you're soaring. Every now and then you make love to someone who's like, I don't know, man. It's not some, I don't know. It's natural, sex. But it's sacred. It can be. I haven't gone through those courses, Ashiana courses, but they're there. They're out there. Sacred sex. Sexuality. Can you imagine 2 indigo children having sex? Whoa. And you'll learn that when you're 2 indigos, there's sciences you do. Sciences. There's powers and there's benefits when you 2 indigos practicing sacred sexuality, which is a energy thing. Not just having sex, just effing people. No, there's a science stuff you do besides just, you know. I don't know how the conversation got here, sorry. It just flows. It's like tip of the tongue, I guess. Something I saw, or you know, you can be a spiritual person and still have desire for someone. It's not bad, unless you're like stalking them and shit. That's a no-no. Come on. If there's no interest there, let them go out of respect. Don't start judging them and putting them down. And what are you doing? Are you spiritual or what? Come on, man. You can do better. Be nice. Be nice. No, seriously. We're growing. We're trying to be better. I don't like that older self. Damn, I had a lot of shadow. I mean, not a lot, like dark. I mean, like, dude, what's up? Seriously? Smack you. Smack me, myself. I would like to, but that would be against my free will. You have to go through it. You went through it. I learned from it. Sometimes you don't learn, or sometimes it takes a long time to learn lessons in life. You didn't learn that yet? How many times are you going to smack your head? Show, hide. You know, come on, guys. It's so awesome to see you. I'm up at night, can't sleep. Sometimes we have so much energy, we like, can't sleep. It's hard to sleep because of the things that the earth is going through, the life on earth is going through. We're going through changes, man. It's not always, it's not always comfortable. So, even if you're not trying to awaken, you're going to feel some changes of some sort. So, the veil is thin. Stuff happens. Like paranormal. Like, woo. It's like, you could see stuff, you could feel stuff, or all of the above, see, feel, hear languages that aren't human? What? I've heard some weird shit that's not from me. I don't know what that was. What was that? Because this is what a spiritual journey is. Interacting with those other levels of consciousness and spirit. It doesn't mean you have to sit here and see dead people. We're not talking that. We're talking about inside your energy, you will experience other parts of you. Other identities. And that affects you. Your other parts of you are affected by you and vice versa. There's what you call bleed through our other selves, which are many. Sometimes they come to you as a spirit guide, but it's not a spirit guide per se. It's another version of you. Maybe it's more evolved than you, and then doesn't want to scare you, because maybe at your level you don't understand what that is. Some of you wouldn't want to see an alien, right? Or angel. I mean, I would want to see an angel. But we're learning more definitions of what these creatures and beings in consciousness are. It's not strange to see a UFO. Even though it still trips us out, makes us excited or afraid, I don't know. You know, I saw this alien UFO movie called Fire in the Sky. You can watch this movie, Fire in the Sky, and this is a small town in northern Arizona. I lived in that town. That's so weird, dude. It wasn't made a movie yet in that time, but I lived in Pine Top, and Lakeside, and Show Low, and Chino Valley, and Prescott, and Glendale, Phoenix, Tucson. Damn. Chandler. I've been in a lot of towns, cities, Arizona. Of course, I've drone. I've been in Flagstaff. I've traveled through Kingman. I've seen the Grand Canyon. I've seen the Colorado River. It's a great state to live in, actually. Then there's Sedona, of course. I love you guys. I know that I will meet some of you. Like, if one day, not if, someday I will have a retreat in Sedona. We'll get together. I'll invite you because I'll have a retreat. I'll say, come to my retreat. And I know I want to have a pyramid there that we can sit inside and be healed. Because this is a real true energy. This is a Merkaba energy in there. Creates a vortex in there. You put a human body in that vortex. Whoa. So, and it's all science. It's all based on angles. And if you don't have the angles right, you won't get the same effect. The exact angle. You got to know the degree. The best degree for a pyramid. And build one in modern time. You can Google search Russian pyramids. Because people are making pyramids. Their own. Personal, private pyramid. Why not? I want one. We're going to have one. We're going to come and heal together. And learn Ascension together. What's up? Be a priesthood together. Not some religion. But, you know, we're practicing consciousness and energy. We're going to be working with crystals and stuff. Come on. Like, even do research. I just saw another energy. I've been working with the blue flame. I'm going to teach you this too. It was one of the powerful things I've ever felt. I ever experienced. I was seeing so many different beings and that I've never been able to visualize before. And now I've seen a whole bunch of races after I did the blue flame technique. We go on these practices so we can experience these things, man. Thank you guys for joining my live. Much respect to all of you. When will you teach us the blue flame? I hope to within a week. I should have it. I hope. I don't know if it's gonna. There's like mechanical details, so I might just make it simpler for me by just recording myself speaking the blue flame technique. Because it's gonna be hard to speak about it and meditate at the same time. I don't know. I might have background music. I still haven't figured that out. But maybe a week to 10 days, I hope. But I do have something called the mentor technique, which also is a blue flame technique. You're going to be working. It's a very quick one too. So if you join the members to the technique section, you will be able to get it. So, and you can find it in Ashiana's material too. I know some of you prefer her, or some of you prefer me, whichever. She's the one that has all the. She's the speaker. But we're like contributing. There's those of us speaking this knowledge that are contributing. Like I'm contributing this diagram. It's a very valuable diagram for this knowledge and information. But not only, I mean, like tonight, this information, this point of view is pouring out. You know, I'm not reading anything, but I'm also studying, and I know that some of you, can study and become better and keep on watching our favorite, content creators like Christos Avatar, baby. What's up? Thank you. Much respect to you for being here, you guys. Amber, love to see you in that membership. Thank you, Holy One. Jazzy Gems. Does Ashiana have anything out that is current? I don't think so, Holy One. I don't know. She's just been dark or like quiet. She just disappeared. But has a website with supposedly modern, updated stuff. So you can buy from her if you want, or you can look at some of the old information, which is still relevant, especially the sliders material is probably the best one to do. So you learn how to slide out of here, ascend, Machua. But no, she's not. She's doing things privately or secretly. Because there was a leaked out video I saw of her speaking in 2021. She didn't release that. It's not available. So it must be secret or something she's planning to release. Whichever one. Because that leaked video got deleted. So we lost it. I can't show you the recent. So whatever that means to you, you know. Alcyon has a link if you guys need it. That's right. She has a lot of content for download. Thank you, Holy One. Well, actually, that's not true, but if you have that 2022, 2023 workshops, let us all know. Give us a link. Yeah, it's called Sliders. You just have to, and I'm sure someone has uploaded them. She used to, her organization, it was under her name. Her organization gets a lot of people's videos knocked off because, for whatever reason, man. Sometimes it doesn't look cool what she's doing, but I don't know. It's just, it's up to you guys if you want to follow her most recent stuff. But there's like a division. There was a period of time where she was divorcing her husband, so everything just kind of just went to shit after that. So you guys can decide for yourself to follow the new information, because people are saying stuff about the new information, and so you might as well see what they're saying and then decide. I love her and I love all of that old stuff, and I will learn it all and the best to my ability, and if there's time in the world, I will teach. I will speak from and contribute to the information. So, I personally don't know. I don't know if something negative happened to her. I haven't even seen those videos. And quite frankly, I don't need to. Ashiana has a huge contribution, and is the one who brought this information in. Oh shit, my battery. My other one is still
charging. I guess I've been online for a long time. So this is a sign to me I shouldn't be talking about this. So I won't. Just know that if you guys want to, you can find this information yourself. To me, it's not important because it doesn't change this technology. Like, if you're learning Kalantic technology, it's no matter what's happened with the company or whatever you publishing company,
it still has value, and it's profound. I mean, come on, you're learning stuff about stargates, DNA, consciousness, energy, Merkaba. Kilanta is about the ultra microparticles, this crystal body. Man, this is freaking unbelievable stuff. Mind-blowing stuff. I love it. So whatever happened to her in 2022, whatever. Look at the rest of this shit. Come on. It's not shit. I'm just saying. Look. Come on. You check it out and you see. Don't let someone else tell you what to think about her. You decide. So, I personally have seen her. I've seen her up there. So, you know, we're multidimensional. That was one part of her. I've seen her up there. So, I know she's freaking awesome, dude. I know she's freaking amazing. And if you notice, she doesn't really need notes or nothing. She speaks and it pours out of her. That's a master. And she brought it out, Vatos, from 1998 to 2012 officially. That's 14 years. But she did some Carrie Cassidy interviews, which was another few years later. But realized her organization stopped making videos. So to answer your question, no, she, for whatever reason, after this whole thing happened, because you guys know Speaker 2 was her husband. So they get divorced, so this is a problem. It became a legal issue. And so you go learn. I don't want to say nothing unkind because I love her, and you have to decide. I said enough. I just know that there should be something said that consider the new stuff on our website. You guys tell me if you learned it. What do you think? What is it called? The Tantri Ahura teachings. That's the most recent stuff. That's what we're talking about is debatable. That is what you hear a conversation about. If you're interested, you can go find that conversation. Because she's never explained it. And she should, because she's accused of something. I mean, that's the wrong way to put it. She doesn't have to do jack shit. And apparently she hasn't done jack shit. She hasn't said nothing and explained nothing. It's just quiet. And apparently private teachings. Because there was proof that she's still teaching. But she's not publicly. What? What's that from? So some people get the teachings, I guess. Anyways, I just personally would like an explanation. Hey, your husband, your ex-husband, is saying shit about you. Maybe say something. Shimakaya. I just go in defense mode because I love her and I learned so much from her. I'm truly grateful to Ashana. You don't worship someone and it's not all about her. She herself says she's a speaker of the Guardians. She's taught by the Guardians. She interacts and gets this information from the Guardians. It's not all about Ashana. But she's a major part of it. Obviously, you appreciate this or not. It's up to you. This information is coming from her information. We're learning from it. We talk about it. We speak this information. We live this information. We're part of it. We're carrying this spirit. We're carrying this knowledge, this code, to the new people, the new generations. Excuse me. We are doing this like we're being called to it. You know, you got a choice, right? But some of us want to serve. We came here to serve. You could be a healer, spiritual healer, a spiritual warrior, a spiritual whatever, someone who's some type of active life, bringing it. Come on, guys, bring it. So, I love you, and I love Ashana. She's awesome. So much respect to her. Machiwa. Mokoya. Because you get all kinds of haters, and I've had so many people attack even me and tell me shit, and they'll write pages of what they believe and how I'm wrong, and see, you don't even have to agree with anything. It's not a dogma. You have free will in this system. You find truth in the world, in the different information in the world. I resonate with the Guardian information. It is profound. It is complex. It is real deal to me. And I confirm it in my own life. I told you I just did a blue flame. And gee, dude. This shit works. Not to mention, I've seen those symbols alive. I know those are real energy, man. Of what she showed in the speaker, what you call, interview with Carrie Cassidy. I've seen those symbols alive. It is not just some picture. It's real code, dude. And you know, symbol is energy. Energy is conscious. And if we're talking about 5D energy, you're speaking, you're witnessing, you're experiencing fifth dimensional consciousness. So, much respect to spirit. I love you guys. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. I wish I could hug Ashana. Machiwa. I was near her. I got to hang out with her, but I didn't get to talk with her. We were told not to talk to her. Like, leave her alone, dude. Don't bother her, right? That's all she needs is some person, like, trying to, like, touch her and shit, you know? So they say don't talk to her. I mean, don't harass her with questions and shit. I think they did questions and answers and all that, and I did see her on break sometimes, and I did go with her to the biosphere. But other than that, you know, she'll see you and you'll smile, and And we went to the biosphere too. And that was like some healing that was done there. And as a group, there were several of us who were like 20 of us, 30 of us in the biosphere too, and we're walking, and it's an amazing place. I've been there when I was younger, but to go with them, it was freaking awesome. This is like a scientific place. But look what they were doing at the biosphere too. So I can understand why it was an important place. Man, there's things going on the Earth that are dark, but then there's something like the biosphere too. It's a project that affects the planet. So, Machiwa Aka Chukuse. It's just wanted you guys to know that I'm coming out with videos that are long and short videos, and you can find me on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. So, but also here of YouTube, of course, and I have a Patreon. If any of you want to support Christos Avatar, you can become a member and get the information and the link down below. Thank you guys to my members who have joined on YouTube and Patreon. Blessings and gratitude, and we're gonna grow. We're growing, right? Aren't you guys growing? Are you learning something? Yeah, there could be something you're holding within. I'm Kevin. Music is an actual being in the higher dimension, and it could be a he or a she, I guess, or a it. Janaea. You could say Janya, but I like Janaea. Yeah, everything is aware, and you could think about almost like a universal translator. Like you could hear animals speak to you in English, if that's your native tongue. But there's like a universal translator, it has to do with energy. Translate the energy and understand the message from a plant, from an animal, from an extraterrestrial. It's like intuition. Kind of like a confirmation, sort of like we're all like connected, united. We're inside the field together. The God field, the unified field. And we can experience this in our life, guys. You can do that in your journey. Exploring this. Exploring you and exploring parts of your higher, even if you don't understand it all right, you will, over time, develop your experience and understanding. Activation. Progressively. I know you want it now. Some of it you can learn fast, but realize it does take some time. Start, right? Yeah. It all starts in your thoughts, and it'll get better from there. Elixir Vision. Amen, carnal. Machiwa homies. What's up? Vato Loco. What's up, Holmes? I like drinking lately. I like or Nike? My eyes, what the hell? I Nike drinking lately. I don't know if I understood you. Oh, I like drinking, okay. Yeah. You mean alcohol? Jack Daniels or margaritas? How about some strawberry margarita? Yeah. I like White Russians, the drink, the cocktail, but I like the girls there too. OMG. Russian girls, oh my gosh. Anyways. I lived in Ukraine. It was, babushkas, they were trying to feed me food, and I like permeni and borscht, white borscht, green borscht, doesn't matter. I like them. I had these beautiful girls cooking for me. It was like, whoa, this is freaking awesome. Anyways, sorry. This is just journey, man. This life, what we live, it's a journey. It has some point. I went through that, and some of that. I have yet to do more of this and that. It looks like I will. You will. That higher self is a future self. So that's kind of like you're in the making of that. You're going to become this. And you are this. Becoming it and are it. The time vector is just an illusion. You're outside of time and space. You exist in like all places simultaneously. It's a trip, man. You're everywhere. What? No, I'm not. I'm right here. No, you're there too. What? How can you be here and there? Because you're multidimensional, huh? What does that mean? It means you're in this world and that world now. Both. And you have an identity there. A mind, a thinking, a life force. It's you, but you're also there. Well, can you go visit yourself and talk to yourself? Yes, apparently. I thought there's some type of like you can't, you'll disappear or something. What? No, man. You come in the mind. You speak in the mouth of. It's kind of like you are sometimes having thoughts that aren't yours. Huh? What do you mean? I mean, like, it's your voice, but it's your higher self or another self. It's their thoughts that you just connected to and perceived as your own. Like, what? Yeah, man. So you are opening chakra. Well, you're going to start receiving the thoughts of the 6th dimension. You'll start receiving thoughts of the 5th dimension, 4th dimension, because you're starting to open that consciousness. It's a flow. It's like a valve. Open your chakra. Open the valve so more current, so more consciousness can flow through. If your if your chakra is closed, then you're not getting that. It's closed. It's like when you turn the water to off. Now it's off. Oh, open your chakra so you can get that conscious river flowing through you. In the 3D, you can have 4D current coming through because you opened it. You can have 5D current coming through and through your third eye because you're opening chakra. You're opening valves of consciousness. Cool, right? You want to get 5D? Well, learn how to have 5D thoughts. You want to open your third eye? Learn how to have 6-dimensional consciousness and thoughts. Right? So it's waveform, that's scalar energy that you can visualize. You can see a green ray, right? Close these eyes and open your green ray. See it in your third eye. You know, that's an eye. You can see stuff. So imagine green ray, blue ray, and indigo ray. Do chakra work, Vato. Train, man. Okay, spend 30 minutes. Put it in your schedule. Say, I am going to do this on this day. I'm going to meditate for 30 minutes. On this day, I'm going to do breath work. You know, make it part of your life. Yeah, like do some stuff and start developing. Start the expansion. Become your highest version, man. Your best version. Why be mediocre self? You can. Just be mediocre. But do you know what your potential is? Machiwa. Machiwa. Yeah. I think this is a good time. How can I get some 5D thoughts? Machiwa. Well, you know, have you guys ever seen those chakra books? Because, you know, they'll have a whole section that tells you what things activate that chakra. I know that this innerchristos information, we do a lot of visualization running those color energies and through the chakras, and you run them and mix them with other colors, and you actually practice seeing shields and fields and chakras and seals. It's like you'll be spending time every day doing this kalanta in your mind. And dude, we're learning this. Some people are. What's up? Thank you guys for joining my live. I appreciate you. I come to this live officially every Tuesday, like now, but sometimes I do it throughout the week. Just check, because there'll usually be you would say an advertisement or a little picture saying starting my live, and then you'll be ready for it. But so thank you for coming tonight. Hope to see you guys again on the flip flop, right? And check out some of my other videos. Engage it, like it, subscribe to the channel, and if you guys want to message me, you can direct message on Instagram. I got 100,000 people over there. Check it out. Or you can write me on my email below, or actually Facebook too. So you guys love yourselves. I didn't say make love, but I guess you could. Love yourself and love others. And learn this Christ consciousness. Make a change with your interaction. Oh my God, yeah. Bring in your light, homie. Raise your consciousness. Become better than yesterday. All right. Take care, you guys. Much love, much respect. Homies. Gangsters. Yeah. We got it going on. We don't mess around, right? I'm one of those you call rising stars, aren't you? Let's rise, homies. We are stars. Shine. Yes, you can. It's spinning. Saka. Hiya. I love you. Namaste, homies. Peace and love. Long one. Grace, joy. Unconditional. See you soon, holy ones.